Zabs away. Then they've got Uni Blues at home and Old Haileybury at home. Gee, this Trinity game this week and the 4 points from that, they're critical. Drop this. They could easily lose to Zabs and Blues the way things are going just on form, and suddenly you're looking at Old Brighton having lost maybe 4 in a row.
Yeah, unheard of. I know there's still a few weeks away from players coming back as well, so we'll probably see a pretty similar lineup this weekend. So it does make an interesting contest, and it is away as well. It's up there at Trinity's home ground, so very, very interesting.
Could have been even riskier for Old Brighton if Caulfield Grammarians had been able to hang on against St Kevin's. St Kevin's trailed Caulfield by 20 points entering time on in the final term before unleashing a withering burst that kicked 4 goals in 5.5 minutes. They stole the 4 points in a thriller at St Kevin's College. Scob dominated the inside game early. They had 15 clearances to 6 in the opening term, but the Field's able to force them into turnover and then capitalise. So they kicked 3 goals from St Kevin's turnovers and led by 9 points at the first change. Second term, almost the complete opposite. Caulfield won the inside ball, but they turned it over between the arcs. Scob punished them the other way. They kicked 4 goals to 1 and went from 9 points down to 10 points up at half-time. Third term kind of balanced itself out. It was even. It was high pressure. Caulfield working just a little bit harder without the ball, 17 tackles to 7, and managed to get their noses in front via a late handball chain that released Archie Luffman to kick a goal, put them up by 2 points at three-quarter time. Tom Jock struck first to give the lead back to St Kevin's early in the final term. Back-to-back goals to DeBose and Wilson. So suddenly the Fields are 8 points up, 7 minutes in. 10 minutes without a goal. Caulfield then kicked 2 in 90 seconds. They're out to 20 points up. Surely that's the game entering time on. But then Hugo Goodsides just find another gear when they need to. They flip the game on their heads at St Kevin's. They owned the football. They kicked 4 goals in 5.5 minutes. Got within a couple of points, and then Jack Bank, who was best on the ground, put them back in front at the 26-minute mark. Try as they might, Caulfield couldn't find the winner. 4 minutes later, St Kevin's out of jail. What a 3-point win this was.
Yeah, I think they're doing this too often now, St Kevin's. They just come home with a wet sail. They're very strong, but I think that comes down to experience as well. Like you look at Caulfield, we know they're a younger side, so that's an inexperience, and this is an experience and a confidence too. And their system and format, it was a little bit slow at the start, and I self-admit I was very hard on them early, but geez, they're putting together a good body of work. Like, that was probably a scalp that Caulfield needed to take.
Yeah.
But it shows they can. That's fell over at the.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's sort of been the story of the season to an extent. They're so gritty. They hang in. They served it up to St Kevin's, and as you say, they did everything but beat them. But the reality is, they still only sit 1 game clear of the drop zone.
Yep.
Yeah, and had they held on, they'd have been within 1 game of the top 4.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show how tight it is in Premier Man, and it can only take a kick, and then suddenly the whole narrative changes. And Caulfield have been so valiant in terms of coming up from Prem B. They struggled a bit to start the season, but then they've got on a bit of a run and have sort of half maintained touch with the top 4 for much of the last month, but to get into finals, and it would be an unlikely finals appearance, but they're the ones that they just had to find a way just to hang on and get over the line and weren't quite able to do so.
Jack Bank, 27 touches, 6 clearances, 12 inside 50s and 3 goals. Billy Coates, what a powerhouse he is. We expected him. We talked about him having that influence this weekend, and sure enough, 25 disposals, 25 contested possessions, 71 hit-outs, 9 clearances for Billy Coates.
We spoke about this on the weekend, Matty. I think he's going to go really well in the Woodrow Medal this year. I think he's been a very consistent performer for St Kevin's. I mean, you can't miss the man on the ground. He's huge.
He's huge.
Yeah. And he's
with his skins cap on, looking extremely awkward and unimpressed.
But, he's very influential on the ground. I mean, he's also can play a key lockdown defender's role when they need to. So he's a dynamic player.
Well, that's how he started the season, opening game of the season. You'll remember at TH King Oval, he played down back. He's clearly his best position is in the ruck, and I mean, when you're producing numbers like that, 71 hit-outs, 9 clearances, that's a dominant display. And you may be right, Hugo, if he continues on that sort of form, it'll be quite interesting. He got 3 votes on our match of the day a couple of weeks ago when we gave him the skins cap.
Okay, but Kaczynski kicked 7 and he still didn't get the 3 votes either.
No, quite second half.
Quite second half already.
So St Kevin's massive game, as we mentioned, against Old Scotch coming up this week, and for Caulfield, well, really the next 3 weeks, Hugo, might determine which race they find themselves in. Are they in the finals race or the relegation race? Because they've got Uni Blacks at home, Old Trinity away, St Bernard's away. So 3 games they would look at and go, you know what, they're winnable. We bank these, we're still in the finals mix. But if we drop a couple of them, suddenly we're looking over our shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. So with that loss on the weekend, they can't be down on themselves about that coming into next week. They can't be flat. They've got to take some real momentum out of that game because, like we said, last kick of the day, and they would have been a massive scalp. So they've got to take some confidence out of that. And it's a hard message to give to the players, but they need to really bring that momentum that got them into that situation, into this game with the Blacks this year, this week, because I think this is a pivotal one for them in that race that we're talking about.
Yeah.
They want to get away from that drop zone and sort of focus on, or we want to try and have a run at the finals here. So it's an important game.
The other thriller of the afternoon was at Princes Park. Old Haileybury came from 15 points down at three-quarter time to score a 5-point win over Old Trinity. Critical game, massively consequential come season's end in this relegation race. And the Tees had led it at all of the first three changes. They owned the Sherrin in the opening term. They had 103 touches to 56. But as we've often seen this year, Hugo, they didn't convert that weight of possession into a massive territorial advantage. Inside 50s were only 16 to 12. They did kick 4 goals to 3. They led by 7 points at the first break. But that's the balance the Tees are working at the moment. The balance between controlling the footy and defending first, but also being able to go forward to take territory and challenge the opposition defence.
Yeah, it's a confidence thing. You need to be confident enough to hit that one, and also you have to hit it. So it's an execution as well. So it's one of those things. It's a learning, and it's a very tough competition because you're off by a few percent and you will get beaten. 4 goals apiece in the second term. It was quite a fiery contest, this one. It was quite spiteful. There's a bit of tagging going on and then players trying to fly the flags for their teammates, etc. So there were sort of spot fires that sort of happened throughout the day. It was the Tees with a hard-fought 6-point lead at half-time. Opened up a little bit in the third term. Some free-flowing footy. Trinity largely controlled the outside. They kicked 3 goals in 9 minutes. Got out to 20 points in front midway through the quarter. The Bloods kicked a couple of crucial goals just to keep in touch. Tees kicked a couple more of their own. And at three-quarter time, it was Trinity by 15 points. But we've seen it a number of times this year, Matty. Old Haileybury, particularly at home in front of that home crowd, they can get on a bit of a roll in the last quarter and come rumbling home. And it took a little while coming. Archie Harrop kicked the first goal of the final term 11 minutes in. That got it back to one straight kick. Jack Kennedy and Charlie Harrop. Charlie Harrop was swung forward after being on the ball for most of the day. Added back-to-back goals a short time later. Suddenly the Bloods are 7 points up. Trinity are now on the ropes. The Tees didn't drop their head. They kept fighting. Lockie Mulcahy pulled down a great mark on the goal line, made it 1 point the difference sort of entering time on. Then Charlie Harrop again kicked a goal, made it back out to 7 for the Bloods. Harrop again, 4 minutes later, he kicked 4 goals in the final term. Hugo, that is a great coaching move from on ball to forward. He kicks 4 in the final term. Trinity threw everything at them late, but in the end, it was a 4-point win for Old Haileybury after a very desperate final 95-point win, 90 seconds. And, Old Trinity leapt over by Haileybury. Haileybury now out of the drop zone. Trinity slide down into it. Yeah, an important game to win for Haileybury. So Charlie Hope with those 4 in the last quarter. I've been wondering, how's the ball getting to him? That's what you really have to look at, because it's obviously you have to have the ability to get the ball and kick the goal. But what's the lead up? For there's got to be something in a move you could have made, swung around, or even like if there was tagging going on, well, put a lock on him. Yeah. Well, one of them, as I said, was on the goal line, came off the hands of a contest, and he just dribbled it through. He's right place at the right time. There were a couple out on the leads, etc. It was just a wonderful move. Brady Seckle, superb again. 28 disposals, 15 tackles, 10 clearances, 12 inside 50s and a goal. He's having quite a year. Yeah, no, it's an incredible campaign from him, and that last quarter from Harrop, that may be the most important quarter of the Bloods season. Yeah, with those 4 goals, because if he doesn't kick them, they fall. They're 2 games behind Old Trinity with 6 games to go in the relegation race, and it becomes a lot harder. But now, not only are they level with them, they're actually out of that relegation zone, only by percentage, but it's level pegging now for the Bloods. What a guy, mate, Martin, make of that performance, because again they had to come from 15 points down, and just a critical one that we might look back at the end of the year and say this was the key 30 minutes of footy. Yeah, so he said it was a really pleasing win. We talked about changes, 8 changes from the side that last played heading into the bye, and 8 from the under-19s team playing. So it was a very inexperienced side. So to be able to come from behind and win a close game with such change, it was a huge effort from him. It said it was a really important win for the season. Obviously, with all of those kids playing, really important win for the future of the Bloods too. Hopefully, a lot of the young players that we saw out there on the weekend provide the nucleus of the group in the long term. So it's great to see. Well, he thought it was great to see them all contributing for the win. And great for their confidence as well to win a close one like that. From a Trinity perspective, they're on, a 7-game losing streak now. Jack James, who was filling in for Donald McDonald, what did Jack make of it? He said it was a game of really fine margins. So they went down by less than a goal, but he felt that neither team had control. So it could have gone either way. So you've got to take a positive out of that. They showed a little bit more composure beating Haileybury at crucial times. And then with ball in hand as well. And it was hard-fought physical game, which he obviously was, and they applied excellent pressure all day to the ball carrier, so full credit to Haileybury. What pleased him, though, was their ability to adapt what was thrown at them. Haileybury has some really versatile players and present different structural looks from week to week. There were times when their experienced players got the better of us and showed their class, but the group continued to the challenge and competed well all day. Had a few guys playing roles that were new to them, and they were really pleased with the way the players embraced that. So that's a glass half empty, half full sort of response, which is a tough game.
Even more critical victory for Old Haileybury when you consider their run home, Matty, includes matchups against all 4 of the top 4 teams. They're going to play all of them. So the 4 points they grabbed on the weekend, critical, because Trinity only have to play 2 of the top 4 teams on the run home. So while Trinity are on a 7-game losing streak, their destiny is very much in their own hands because they're going to play 4 opponents that are around them on the ladder.
Yeah, no, there's a number of 8-point games coming up for Old Trinity in addition to the one that was taking place at the weekend. So, on a couple of fronts for Old Haileybury, this one was absolutely massive because, playing everyone in the top 4 is going to be no mean feat. They're going to do well to pick up at least a win or 2 out of that run.
And the final game of the weekend was also pivotal to that relegation race. It was University Blacks ultimately seeing off a persistent St Bernard's to snatch the 4 points at Melbourne Uni. The teams evenly matched in the opening term. Snowdogs won more of the inside ball, but then some extra turnovers saw them 7 points down at quarter time after the Blacks punished those. The Dogs got in front in the possession battle in the second term. They took control in the air as well and managed to hit their targets inside 50, but it was the Blacks in the second quarter that sort of stood up to that challenge. It was 3 goals apiece, and it was the Blacks by 7 points at half-time. The arm wrestle continued into the third term. Blacks won possession and territory, but kicked 2-6, while the Dogs added 3-2 from fewer opportunities to get within a kick at the last change. It was the Blacks by 5 points as they headed for home. And that final term was going to be tense with so much on the line. Neither team could wriggle free of the other in the early going. The Dogs came up with the all-important first goal, a quick transition from halfback Matty Watson, nailed the finish to make it a 1-point game 7 minutes in. The Blacks didn't panic. They went from deep in the forward pocket to the goal line when Achilles Panopoulos got a 50-metre penalty and got back out to 7 points. Harvey Driscoll kicked a goal 3 minutes after that. They had a 13-point lead with 12 minutes gone. The Dogs kept coming. They got back within single digits again, and it was still 7 points approaching the 30-minute mark of the last quarter, but then a crucial turnover launched deep to the top of the square. Tom Sinclair rose up in the middle of the pack, took the grab and sealed the result. So in the end, a goal to Hugh Curnow after the siren made it 19 points, but it was a much closer game than 19 points. It was really a one-kick game for most of the afternoon, and the Blacks back on the winners list. Their 4th win of the season. They stay clear of the drop zone. They're 14.5% ahead of ninth place Old Trinity. Still even on points, but 14.5% clear on percentage. So they're within 3 games of the top 4. Final's still mathematically possible, but right now, priority 1, you'd think, for the Blacks, Matty. See off the challenges below them, clear the relegation race. They can leapfrog the fields. It's a huge game this weekend. I think that's the game, your SEN match of the day this weekend. Caulfield and the Blacks. That's going to be an enormous clash.
No, absolutely a significant one for both teams and their aspirations of 2026, and a really important win for the Blacks too, just to keep pace with Old Haileybury and Old Trinity. As we say, they're all level on 4 wins now. They dropped this game against St Bernard's. They find themselves in the relegation race. And conversely, for St Bernard's, it gives them a bit of hope in climbing out. But now, Hugo, they're 2 games behind that team, that group of 3.
Yeah, Blacks need to do some work on their percentage if they want to stay away from that relegation zone. So they've got a hard run coming up as well. So this game this weekend, I mean, it's so important in the context. They just need to focus on this weekend, build for that, put their best foot forward, and at Caulfield as well. Tough ground to play at, ground to call at, Matty. We know that. But and I think the possibility of some rain this weekend, which makes it even slipperier. So it's an interesting contest.
Credit to Sam Conway. We're talking about Ruckman and their dominance. Sam Conway's final term in that close game on the weekend. He had 12 disposals, 10 of those contested, 18 hit-outs and 9 clearances in the final term.
9 in the final quarter.
That's against Matthew Sorrows as well.
Yeah.
Matthew Sorrows is one of the strongest.
Well, he ended up with 23 touches, 70 hit-outs and 16 clearances for the afternoon.
That's a huge game.
That's a phenomenal performance.
He's an incredible player, isn't he, Sam Conway?
He
when he takes the game by the throat, he has a huge impact. So St Bernard's, as we mentioned, the numbers suggest they probably need to win at least 3 of their last 6 to avoid relegation, Hugo. They've got 3 games against teams outside the top 4. So they loom large. If they can pick up those 3 games, it's the Bloods round 14, the Fields in round 15, and then the final round against Old Trinity. That could be the one. Yes. That could be the one. So it's not over yet for the Snow Dogs. It seems a little grim at the moment, but if they can pick off the teams around them and not worry too much about, yes, they're going to play some top teams as well, including Zabs this week. minimise the damage against them and then try to pinch those wins against the teams around them, they can still get out.
No, definitely. And they're the experts at it. They've been experienced. But I wouldn't put it past them to claim a scalp in the run home as well, especially as the season gets a little bit later with other teams know where they are. We've seen this before. Yep. But they're a very good side. They're another one of these ones that you've played contested footy when you played the Snow Dogs. And the weather may change. It could be a heavier track, something like that. There's just something about it, I think.
Well, their last fortnight of last season was phenomenal. They played Old Haileybury. They wiped them off the map with a phenomenal performance and ran over the top of St Kevin's. And they were two teams in the top half of the ladder. So they've done it before. They can do it. Yep. They're going to need to do it again.
It's not over yet for the Snow Dogs. Premier Men's just keeps twisting and turning. We've got some fantastic games coming up in round 13. Tips coming up later in the show. Speaking of twists and turns, Premier B Men's, that's next on For the Love of the Game.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals Luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Hird and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch, beverage package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at vafa.com.au. Don't miss out on one of the biggest events on the VAFA calendar.
This is For the Love of the Game. It is time to talk Premier B Men's. Matty, how was your tipping on the weekend?
I actually don't know, Jace. I think I did okay.
Yeah, he says that most weeks, Hugo, doesn't he? Okay is a relative term, which I like. He sets his expectations extremely low. I think I might have got 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's actually enjoyable watching him squirm on a Saturday.
As he does around the grounds.
Yeah, it's always trepidation.
Yeah.
Highlight of my weekend.
Am I brave enough to look at the scores?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do you a massive solid here.
Yep.
A draw is a tip.
Yeah, beauty. Yes.
No,
I know, I heard you guys arguing about it on the weekend. I'm going to give it to you. It was Beaumaris, it was Old Geelong. It was Beaumaris by a bit in the last quarter. They looked to have the game wrapped up. Old Geelong came charging home, hit the front, and then final siren. Ball sails through. It's a draw.
Yeah, a genuine buzzer beater. And we don't actually get many of those in this great game of ours. But no, that's what we had here at Como Park. You mentioned that Beaumaris, they led by as much as 18 points early in the last term. They looked to have the game sealed up. But then the OGs, they flipped the script. They kicked 3 goals in a row to take the lead heading into time on. And then it felt like that they had it. But it was James Pepper who gathered the ball in the forward pocket. There were a stack of players around the footy. He put the ball in the air. He set it towards goal. As the ball was in the air, the siren sounded and it thundered into the post. Watching it back on the replay, there was a bit of a debate as to whether the score actually counts or not. It did, and it meant that the scores were locked up at 9-14, 68 apiece in the end. An absolute thriller. Our second draw of the campaign in Premier B Men's.
And obviously with both, aren't they?
Yes.
So now they've got a win. It's worth a win and a loss.
Yes, both.
Welcome to the VAFA William Buck SEN Match of the Day.
He has a bounce, he crosses 50, he pins the ears back, and he drills the goal! You can tweet that and hashtag it bloody good.
It goes high up and under the full foot.
Makes a name for himself with these long bombs from outside the arc. It's a long bomb from outside the arc!
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Match of the Day action here on vafa.com.au and the SEN app. It is round 13 of the 2026 Premier Men's campaign, and today on our road to September, we take a trip out to Glen Huntly Park with a fixture that carries ramifications at both ends of the table. After a tricky start to the season, Caulfield Grammarians have steadied nicely in their first season back in the top flight. But with 6 games to go in the season, their future remains far from certain. Mathematically speaking, a place in this year's final series remains on the table for the Fields, as a win this afternoon could move them to within a game of the top 4. But with 3 of the top 5 awaiting them on the run home, victory here this afternoon is simply a non-negotiable. Conversely, there remains a scenario where they could finish the day inside the relegation zone if results go against them. So there is much to play for today's hosts. University Blacks, on the other hand, appeared to be stuck in a relegation battle of their own, sitting outside the bottom 2 by percentage only. But the Blacks picked up a vital 4 points at home last week against St Bernard's, and if they can repeat the dose on the road this afternoon, they can not only put some vital breathing space between themselves and the rest of the pack, but they can also leapfrog today's opponents in the process. This is VAFA Match of the Day, thanks to William Buck on the VAFA website and the SEN app. Matthew Donald with you again this afternoon live from Glen Huntly Park, and our esteemed expert commentator, the 2-time coach, premiership coach of Elsternwick, 3-time coach of the year, Hugo Higginbotham. He's been immense for us all season, and he joins us again this afternoon. Hugo, welcome to you.
Matty. Hello, Matty. There we go. We're on.
Take two.
We're on take two, take three, take four. No, it's very good. Great to be here. Beautiful part of the world, Caulfield, for what a clash you've got today, Matty. And it's mathematics today, isn't it?
It is.
It's all down to mathematics. And I tell you, the maths that I can figure out right now is 1 + 1 is 2, and that's us. That's all we've got. So no boundary rider. Brucey frantically putting together plan B on the equipment, but we got to air. We've never missed. It's fantastic. But we're undercover here at Caulfield. We can reach into the canteen and get something. We've got a bin right in front of us, and apparently there's a ground out there too. So we've got everything we need.
And above all, there's a game of football as well here.
A fantastic game of football that almost has finals implications, Matty. It's fantastic. It's exciting, and it's getting to an exciting part of the year in the VAFA.
Well, it is that time of year where we start looking at the teams that are around you on the ladder and who's left on the run home and what your percentage is and how many wins you're likely to pick up and which games are the danger games, which are the 8-point games. All of that starts to come into play now, and certainly is the case for these two teams. Stuck in the pre-game warm-up, thanks to Holmes Glen at the moment, leading provider of vocational and higher education with 40 years experience and more than 140,000 graduates. It is TAFE at its best. Two coaches today, Paul Satterley of Caulfield Grammarians and Dale Bauer of University Blacks, we will hear from in just a moment. But Hugo, our expert this afternoon, thanks to Hit IQ and its game-changing Protect Concussion Management System. Let's have a look at these two teams. The field's falling agonisingly short last week. The Blacks getting a vital win.
Yes, it's the 6v7 clash today. But the Caulfield, their numbers the last couple of weeks have been amazing. So we've got lost by 1 point to the Bloods the other week, and then last week by 3 to St Kevin's. So, geez, you think that, but I know they're a very young side. Great coach, Paul Satterley. He's got them playing really good football. One thing that's concerning, Matty, percentage is only 83.06, so which indicates, they're not scoring as much as they get scored against, but they are still winning some games. I mean, they won 4 out of their last 7, which is not too bad. But it's just those losses you think about, which today's just so important because they've come up out of B. As one of the great things in the VAFA, you can still lose a grand final and go up a division.
Yes.
It's amazing. So,
consolation prize.
Yes, it is a consolation prize. But they've acquitted themselves really well. So they're pushing on finals, and we know that Brighton are a little bit shaky at the moment. So, and Caulfield right on their heels. Today is so important in that next round. And there's one more thing, Matty.
Yep.
So they're playing 3 teams in the next couple of weeks, Trinity and St Bernard's, who are below them on the ladder. So if you're a ladder kind of guy, you say, well, you should beat the teams that are below you, which you should, then they should be winning those next 2 games. They win today, they could win 3 in a row.
Yeah, and we mentioned Old Brighton. They are facing Old Trinity. They're on the road to Old Trinity today. If the T's are able to defeat them and Caulfield get up in this match, as I mentioned at the top of the program, they're within a game of the top 4 with 5 to play.
Yeah, correct.
They're very much in the hunt.
Oh, absolutely. And there's some just really interesting games coming up for a lot of teams in the next couple of weeks. The next 3 weeks are very important. And it all starts today. I mean, we like to look into the future because we're looking for content. We need something to talk about,
yes.
Matty. But the next weeks are important. Today is the one. So you just got to focus on today. Get everything into, obviously, I mean, the last time they played the Blacks, they had 115 uncontested marks.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I know the Blacks will be looking at that. So these two teams had a look at each other the last time they played. Then they'll be thinking, right, what are our strengths, what are their weaknesses? You want to try and exploit them today. So I don't think they'll have the game on their terms because of the Blacks. The Blacks are a very, very good team. And they haven't been football lucky this year. Some might say you make your own luck, but they've had a few injuries. They've lost a few players for long periods. They've got a bad side in today with what they've got. I know they've got Stevenson back from VFL commitments. Wardy's wielded the axe, and we will see what happens there.
We will indeed. In fact, we'll have a listen to the two coaches now. We'll start with today's hosts, Paul Satterley of Caulfield Grammarians. Caught up with both he and Dale Bauer a little earlier on. Here's the chat that I had with Paul. So I'm here with Caulfield Grammarians coach Paul Satterley. Paul, back at home today. How's the mood in the camp?
Matty, we sense, you get a sense that we're up for the fight. That's what I'm sensing from our players. I think, we always have a little meeting out in the ground before the game, and we like to have a little bit of a laugh and relax a little bit. But the overwhelming feeling was, that we're here to play.
You so very nearly came close to pulling off a big win against St Kevin's last week. What did you do so well in that game that you're looking to replicate today?
The stats would say we had more shots on goal. We doubled the pressure. We had twice as many tackles. I think that's a formula that works well for us. And whilst I said we had more scoring shots, we need to be more effective in terms of finishing off those opportunities. But there was a lot of really good stuff that came out of last week against a really good team.
And for your opponents today, Uni Black State did come off a win last week. What about their game you're looking to try and curtail this afternoon?
They're a really contested possession team. That they're really good around the footy in a phone booth. And I think the last time we played them, we might have had plus 70 uncontested marks. So we got them on the outside, and we want to own that again today.
Well, Paul, we wish you the very best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Only, Matty. Thank you, mate.
Paul Satterley there, the coach of Caulfield Grammarians. 6 changes have been made for the fields this afternoon. Mackenzie, the Peach Boys, Ryan and Chris, Max Kaufman, Willem Allen and Ethan Lackman come into the side, making way Hugh Sandilands, Thomas Williams, Ollie Wilson, John O'Moran, Noah Sutherland and Amon Walker. So that's a mass changes there for the fields as they look to close the gap on themselves and Old Brighton there, Hugo, and a couple of big outs, particularly Wilson and Sutherland.
Yeah, they're big. I know Sutherland's been very, very good across halfback, taking a lot of intercept marks, and that's where that chain of uncontested possession starts for Caulfield from that halfback. So I would imagine the Blacks will be looking for that today. But look, you can't focus on what you haven't got, Matty. So each player coming in has earned the right to represent the side, and he's the best player at this stage to play in the team. So, and I know Sats takes that sort of focus, and they play a very exciting brand of football. It's a real momentum brand of football that they play, and when they get going, I guarantee you, they don't kick one goal and then get a goal kicked against them. They kick a string of goals. So, and that's probably to do with the youth, and they're an exciting team to watch.
Caulfield Grammarians 6th on the ladder at the moment, a 5-7 record percentage of 83. As we said, they lost to St Kevin's by just 3 points last week and have lost their last 2 on the bounce. University Blacks, on the other hand, sit in 7th with a 4-8 record and a superior percentage, 89.65. So a Blacks win by any margin today will see them leapfrog the fields on the ladder. They got a 19-point win over St Bernard's last week, and they snapped a 2-game losing streak in the process. Dale Bauer, their coach, I caught up with him earlier on. Here's our chat. So I'm here with University Blacks coach Dale Bauer. Dale, what's the mood ahead of today's game? A big game for both teams.
The mood's good. It's good to get out and play on a nice flat track. We've been playing on the main for a little while, and it's a hard ground to play footy on at the moment, so it's good to get on a nice deck.
Coming off a good win against the Snow Dogs last week, what did you do well in that game that you're looking to bring in this game today?
We controlled the ball well. We won enough contests, and we just played the right way, and probably didn't score enough of my opportunities, but I thought that we controlled the ball really well and had the game in our terms for most of the game, but just didn't get enough on the scoreboard.
And then both teams coming in here today, looking over their shoulder, not too far away from the relegation zone. Caulfield Grammarians, the hosts. What did they do so well that you're looking to try and curtail?
Well, last time we played them, they had 115 uncontested marks, which is probably nearly the highest for the year for any team. So we obviously need to take that away. 115 to 53, I think. So when you lose the uncontested marks by that much, it's really the whole game. That was the whole reason we lost the game almost. So we need to take that away from them.
Well, Dale, we wish you the very best of luck today. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks, Matty.
Dale Bauer, the coach of University Blacks. Just the 2 changes for today's visitors. Benjamin Stevenson and Harrison Kelly return to the lineup, making way Ben Oliver and Jack Cassidy. So a much more settled lineup for the visitors today compared to our hosts, Hugo.
Yeah, no, it's as we said, the inclusion of Ben Stevenson, that's a big one. We'll see him make quite an impact today. We'll be looking for our man away, Macking.
Yes.
Who's got frequent fly points coming out his ears. He's always up in there, that young man. And then we'll be also looking for Sam Conway. Sam Stixie Conway, as we know him and love him. Big Sticks. I wonder where he got that nickname for, Matty.
Yeah, I couldn't put a finger on it, that's for sure. Those 2 in particular last week, outstanding. Waymaking 5 intercept marks, 4 contested marks.
Yep.
And Sticks in the ruck, Sticks Conway, 70 headouts and 16 clearances, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there who don't rate hit-outs very much, but they do give you a chance. I know there's some people say that you may as well be a fullback punching the ball. But, look, I think it gives your team silver service in the middle. It gives you first use of the ball. As you see, Campbell Moorfield, the Blacks skipper, kicking to the racecourse end of the ground. He's won the toss. So you can get goals at both ends of the ground here, Matty. And as we're sitting here, we've got a little bit of rain starting to fall. There's some umbrellas going up, and we've got every patron known to man standing right in front of us.
Right in front of me.
Right in front of me. It's outstanding. So lucky we're a television game as well as a radio broadcast today, so you can watch it because we can't see it. We should actually need the monitor here. We'll do like Fox Sports do. We'll just call it from the studio.
Yeah, if you're watching, tell us what's going on, please.
Exactly.
A big thank you as well to both coaches for their time pre-game. We'll catch up with both of them again over the course of the afternoon. The winning coach to hopefully join us in the post-match show, VAFA Crunch Time. And just finally, Hugo, if I notice that you've taken the clipboard down. You are doing a little bit of part-time instructing at De La Salle, have I noticed?
No. My son plays there.
Yes.
And I get around the club when I can with my various other commitments. But, I do like to help out at training. I move the hats, I count the footies. I do a little bit of specialist training down there with the boys, and they're going very well. They had a big victory today.
Indeed they did. And your son, you taught him everything he knows, right?
Yes. Well, no, he's a different player to me. He plays at the wrong end of the ground. He plays in defence. I said, you don't play down there, son. You don't get your name in lights for punching the ball.
Nothing wrong with our defenders, Hugo.
No.
I can promise you that.
Yeah, well.
And if you are here at Glen Huntly Park, you can enjoy our commentary on 11:16 SEN in real time via SEN Stadium technology on the SEN app. Available for iPhone and Android, and it works with Apple CarPlay and Android Audio. The Blacks have won the toss. Skipper Campbell Moorfield electing to kick to the racecourse end, the left of your radio dial here this afternoon. Hugo, a prediction from you before we get proceedings underway?
Very tight game today, but I'll be going with the Blacks by a narrow margin.
Blacks for our expert Hugo Higginbotham for Hit IQ.
The Blacks wearing their white strip with a blue sash. I don't know how that works, Matty.
Yes, neither do I. We still haven't figured that out.
No.
Of course, the Fields in their traditional navy kit with the thin white hoops.
So it's
Peach is going to be in the ruck against Conway to start this one.
It's a little bit of a height difference there.
Just a bit Sam Conway, averaging 60 hit-outs and 18 and a half touches.
We're looking for Jack Elwood today for the Grammarians, who will be very, very prominent around the middle of the ground. He's had some big numbers recently, Matty. He's a very good player, the skipper.
Yeah, averaging 25 touches and 5 clearances for the Fields. Is their fearless leader so far in 2026.
And the umpire being diligent here. He's got the wristwatch out. He will not start 1 second before 2 o'clock. They don't want anyone to get away early.
Well, my watch is slow then, because we'll be waiting another 4 minutes if that's the case.
I think that's...
I think it is slow.
No, I've got the proper timepiece here. We're 1:59, so we'll be approximately. Here we go. Ball's in the air.
Umpire holds it aloft. Awaiting the siren now. Caulfield Grammarians and University Blacks. Could the Fields close the gap on the top 4, or could the Blacks climb further away from the relegation zone? We'll find out in a couple of hours from now. Peach and Conway, but the first contest of the day. And unsurprisingly, Conway won the hit out. He landed a bit heavily, though, on the deck. But the ball comes out here now. Loftus trying to burst through. He's taken in a strong tackle by Cooper. Works up towards half forward. And they've already got an early look at goal here, the Blacks. Mark taken by Tom Sinclair on the paint of 50 at left half forward.
Yeah, there was nothing flashy about there. That was just forward-moving footy. Obviously started by Conway with that big tap and hit to open space. And then obviously Kane Loftus, who's just bullocking the ball through. And a nice little kick off the ground to Sinclair, who's featured prominently in the goals in the last few weeks, Matty.
Kicked a couple last week to Tom Sinclair. He strikes that from 50. That's a beautiful hit off the boot. The goal umpire didn't move. And the Blacks have got the fast start here at Glen Huntly Park. 1 straight 6-0 on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. It's a hot start from the visitors, just what they would have wanted.
No, exactly. They've been struggling to score in a prominent manner in the last few weeks. So to get one in the first minute, that's a great start. So it'll be very pleasing for Dale Bauer. And we're really looking for Caulfield to be looking and trying to shark the tap of Conway, because Peach is giving away at least a foot in the old scale on Big Stixie. There it is again.
Start again. Conway with the leap down. Broderick was tackled but got the kick away. McKenzie, he might have been held. He hacked it off the deck out towards the wing. The race is on. Elwood was there. He receives the hand pass now, and Webster kicks it up towards half forward. And a good pass finds a teammate. It's Drummond, I think, on the chest, and he's marked it at left half forward.
Yeah, that's a good mark there, especially playing on Campbell Moorfield, who's one of the prominent defenders in the competition.
Dobos, my apologies.
That's okay. He's a big lad anyway. So that'll be a good matchup, that one there today. But this is the answer that we expect from the young Caulfield Grammarians. And that was good work in the middle of the ground.
Got a goal last week, Dovos. He's kicked 5-6 in the 3 games that he's played for the Fields. He strikes this one on the right boot, and that looks good too.
There we go.
He hasn't missed. He's put that right through the centre. Couple of lovely early strikes from both teams. And it's 1 straight apiece here on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. Dobos responds to St Clair's opener. That's on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. Local gastro pub servicing season regulars since 1854, open 7 days a week from 12 p.m.
Yes, that was from 12 p.m. Good. That's good to know, Matty.
That's what it says.
Good establishment. So we'll watch Conway win this tap again and just see if Caulfield can shark that tap. There
so Conway again, 3 for 3. Loftus was dispossessed that time. Fields looking to win the clearance. Good use of the body there by Allen, but he was taken, and a good tackle by Loftus. The umpire says holding the ball. Kane Loftus to take the free kick for the Blacks, and he's kicked it into an opponent. It's going to be 50. Entering the protected zone will be the coil. And this could well bring Kane Loftus within range.
Absolutely will. It's not a very long ground, this one, Matty. From the centre of the ground to get a 50-metre penalty like that, that puts you within kicking distance, because that's not a 50-metre arc out there. And I think you believe that this end of the ground, the goalpost, a little bit closer to the centre than the other end.
Slightly. Maybe a few metres.
Might have to get the slide rule out and measure that.
It's Kane Loftus.
Gee, that's a generous 52, isn't it?
He's kicked 8-4 for the season. He's normally good in this situation. He comes in now.
Umpire doesn't move.
And he's put it through. We're trading goal for goal here at Glen Huntly Park. And the Blacks reclaim the lead. 2 straight 12. Caulfield Grammarians 1 straight 6 on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard.
Yes, that can be interpreted as quite a tough rule, that one, because the player, I missed who it was just, it wasn't deliberately in the area. He was following his player away, and the kick just happened to hit him. So, and that is the letter of the law. And that was a dead set, and that was measured out perfectly, that 50-metre penalty. Got every millimetre of that, and an excellent finish by Kane Loftus.
4 minutes in and 3 goals. We've got a bit of a shootout early here at Glen Huntly Park. Umpire tosses it up again. Conway tapped this one forward. This time it was Shark. Conway's got to go and apply a strong tackle there on Elwood. Does so. Ball's locked up now. Elwood in there again. And the umpire calls for it. It's the first time we've not had a clean breakaway out of the centre. Conway flicked that one backwards. Gathered by Geddes. High on the right boot up towards half forward. Bouncing football. The race is on. Getting back to meet it there was Short. Did nicely to spin out of trouble. Then goes with a hand pass over the top to McInerney, who was taken at a strong tackle by Stevenson. And the umpire calls for it once more. Stevenson playing just his 2nd game of the season for the Blacks. Conway taps his one towards the boundary line. Elwood was there. He couldn't gather it. And it's gone out of play, and we'll get a boundary throw in this time on the half-forward flank for the Blacks.
Just that handball earlier, that's just transferring pressure. They're going to try and get a kick away rather than bring it back to someone. Just handing the trouble over, Matty.
Fast start to this game. Peach and Conway. Conway tried to grab it out of the ruck, was worried out of it by Peach, who goes in and fights for the ball at ground level. And the umpire is hovering here. It's come out now. Here's an opportunity. All of a sudden, in a bit of space, kick towards full forward. The spoil was made. It's fallen back cleverly here. Now a snap towards goal from Drummond out towards Grocott, who marked strongly on his chest at full forward. Well, it was all a bit scrappy there from the Blacks, but it ended up in good hands. Grocott marks 15 out directly in front.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit of nerves looked like it there, Matty. No one would have a shot on goal, and then that was a dead set shot on goal, but Grocott, see the advantage of playing in front there. Very hard for the defender in that situation. So, good play there by the Blacks.
So, Matty Grocott, 7-10 for the season, so he can be a little dicey around goal, but no mistake this time. The Blacks have got 3. 3 straight 18. 1 straight 6. Caulfield Grammarians 6 gone on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard in this opening term.
Jeez, it's a frenetic start, mate.
Yes.
This is what we've been after for a few weeks.
Rollicking opening term.
It is. No, it's very good. So you like to see the finishing there of Grocott. Now, I'm going to keep a bit more of a closer eye on Big Stixie Conway, because what we want to do, he should win every tap out easily, but he doesn't want to get too fancy. They've got to go with what they know and know well, rather than trying to flick the ball back. I never like taps behind, because you're giving away ground. If you miss that, or if it turns over, then they've got momentum moving forward. So I just stick to plain and simple and be prolific with it, because Peach is not getting close to him in any situation.
Well, let's see how Peach goes about this up against Conway here. We're clearly dominating
See?
early. Does flick it over the head. Straight to Peach, though. And now Webster, high up towards full forward, going back with a flight there. No mark can be taken. Now towards the boundary line, tracking it back and snapping towards goal.
There it is.
And it has gone through all the way, I think.
No,
it's a mark's taken on the line by Dobos.
Now, Matty.
Have we got a mystery man?
No. No, we do not. No. Now, Matty.
What did you say about 30 seconds ago, Hugo?
Don't tap the ball backwards because you're giving the opposition momentum moving forward. Elwood was able to get that ball, and it was resulted in a goal.
And Dobos has just belted it onto the Neeram Road street. And there, that is his second. And I think we do have a mystery man out there for Caulfield, a number 48, who I didn't pick up a moment ago.
Every week.
Can't go 1 week.
Every week.
Can't go 1 week without a mystery man.
No.
Dobos has his second, though.
Yep.
And the Caulfield rather get a quick reply. 2 straight 12 to 3 straight 18.
That was an excellent kick. That was not a shot on goal at all. That was to the top of the square to the danger zone.
So if you are Peach,
Yep.
how can you beat Conway? Because you clearly can't do it in the hit-out stakes.
But you got to try and hurt him around the ground, I was imagining, because you can't have a straight jumping because you can't go past the line anymore. You can't get to the other side and get your body underneath that imaginary line that the umpires have. You have to jump straight at each other in the air.
Neither ruck winning the hit out that time, and Peach might have been taken high, so this is a good win here for the Fields. Peach to get the free kick. The fancy kick up towards half forward. It's not a good kick. Chalkley was there, he dropped the mark. There's a whistle, a free kick. And which way is it going to go here?
Yeah, it's gone.
Looks like it's going to go to Caulfield.
Yep. There's a little bit of push and shove going on out there.
Yeah, no, it's tempers fraying early. Robertson is involved.
Yeah, Spencer Hankins involved too, wearing the pink boots. He's a fiery customer, Spencer. I coached him in 2 grand final victories at Elstonwick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, small world, isn't it? Very, very good player, Spencer. I don't know if he should be wearing the pink boots, though.
Not a fan?
No, I've never been a fan of pink boots.
Josh Hutchings.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
With the ball here at half forward. 1-6 for the season for Josh Hutchings. Kicking from about 45 metres out on the half forward flank. Trots in now, does the number 41. Sets the kick on its way on the right boot. It looks good. And it's there. And Josh Hutchings levels things up. 3 straight, 18 apiece on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. Beauty there from Josh Hutchings. 9.5 minutes in to the opening quarter. The beauty, Hugo. These two teams can't miss.
No, very good shot on goal. A little bit frustrating for Dale Bauer, the coach of the Blacks, to have a goal kicked from a free kick. And a little bit of push and shove on that. But I think the Blacks, you can see their mids getting together and having a talk now, because the last time Big Stixie didn't even touch the ball. He's just trying to do a little bit too much. Just stick with the straight, tap the thing into the spots, into the zones where your team can be, and give them first opportunity.
Conway flicks it out to the side this time. Geddes caught immediately, though, by Will. Yeah, Peach looks like an old-fashioned ruck rover standing next to Conway at the moment. Conway again, flicked it back. I feel like we're going to be saying that a fair bit today. McKenzie shovels it back. McInerney, handball over the top. Hand pass was charged down. It was well done by Ernest. Dudley was looking to get the hand pass further forward. And then Kaufman, he slips it back. Now it's Dudley once more who's got it. Neat kick up the line is good to Gibb, and he wants to run straight away. Straightens on the right boot, goes up towards half forward. Dobos is the target. It's come off hands, knocked out of play. Boundary throw in at left half forward for the Fields.
Yeah, they're dynamic from half back, Caulfield. They really like to spread the ball and slingshot that ball forward. So the Blacks will be ready for that today, which we're seeing. So we're seeing a little bit of contested ball, but we would like to see both sides taking the game on and getting it out to space. And our mystery man is Ethan Lackman.
The number 48.
Yeah, number 14's gone missing, not for him.
Thank you, Hugo.
Pleasure.
Exchange of hand passes here. It's Conway won the clearance again. Ernest got it there. That time from Stevenson. Goes up the line, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. So Charlie Earhart to take the kick for the Fields at left half back.
So Black's doing a good job here of taking away the easy opportunity, forcing him to kick long down the line.
And that's exactly what Earhart does up towards the half-forward flank. It's come off hands. Chance here now for the Fields, although good pressure that time that was applied here by the Blacks, and they've won it back as a result. Now receiving the hand pass was Curnow. Looks in board. That's a nice pass. Looping one over the top, trying to run onto it there. That time was Stevenson, but he couldn't gather it, and it's gone out of play, and it will be a boundary throw in.
So it was a good intercept back there, move the ball forward, just miss that handball. So that's where tidying up of the skills can give you that forward momentum and stop all these clearances.
So tossed in here in right half forward for the Blacks. Conway, front spot, looks to punch it forward. Goes towards the boundary line instead, and we'll have it tossed back in about the same spot the umpire threw it moments ago. 3 straight 18 apiece on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. Ticked over just 12 minutes here in this opening term at Glen Huntly Park. Huge game for both of these teams this afternoon. Conway looked to cushion that tap down, did so effectively. And the clearance is going to be won here by the Blacks, although there was a bit of a fumble that allowed Dudley in. He swoops a hand pass over the top to Gibb. Oh, neat little turn. His kick was smothered, though. Driscoll, Chalkley, they've got it back here, the Blacks. Spearing pass up towards half forward. It's come off hands, but it's still alive. Good tackle from McInerney on Drummond. And then another one there from the Fields. That might have been McInerney again. And then the other Peach this time applying the tackle. That's Ryan. Hand passes come out here now. Back once again to Stevenson in space, who snaps on the right boot towards goal. Getting back there, taking a good mark was Earhart. And he ensures that the accuracy remains 100%. No score. A driving kick up towards the back flank. Mark taken by the skipper in Elwood. Called to go now by the umpire is Elwood, and his kick is smothered. And here's a chance for a turnover. Good pressure applied there that time by Ernest. He gives the hand pass back. The kick was smothered that time. It's still a dispute here at full forward. Another snap at goal, and that one's gone offline. Minor score. Didn't pick up who snapped that one, Hugo.
I'll get that to you, Matty. But that was frenetic play there. Some excellent defending. I think that might have been Curnow.
Curnow?
I think so.
Hugh Curnow, a behind for him. We'll jot that one down.
Oh, it's his now anyway.
So the kick in. It's good to Noah Will in the back pocket. 3-1 plays 3 straight. Blacks take the lead again. Kick up towards the wing. It's come off hands. Oh. Good gang tackle there from the Fields. And there's 32 out there. So it looks like Jack Cassidy is out there for the Blacks. I had him listed as an out. So perhaps there's been a late change there. Conway tapped it back. Well done there by Quinn Cooper. Sold the candy nicely and then drives the kick up towards half forward. There's a Wayne Macking flying high. Couldn't complete the mark that time. Kelly back in the side. His hand pass to his skipper in Moorfield. He's caught straight away. And it'll be tossed up here at half forward this time for the Fields.
So Quinn Cooper, a nice little shark at the tap there before. As the ruckman struggled to get there, ball moved that fast.
Elwood was in there. He was smothered. And gang tackle applied there from the Fields. Still a dispute here at half forward for them. No one able to get a real clean disposal. Elwood's kick was smothered. They've gained a bit of territory with this, the Fields. They've probably gained about 15, 20 metres of territory without a clear disposal. Tossed up again by the umpire. Still dispute. Clearance there, that time by Gray. Gets a bit of distance out towards the centre of the ground. It was knocked away from Sinclair. Rode by a drop. He touches the ball along the ground, the big fella, and then gets away from 2 Fields. And then gives it over to Cassidy, who goes high with a kick up towards full forward. And then it was Driscoll who went back with a flight, trying to spoil it. Only as far as Earhart, though. He gathers it, drives a kick up towards the back flank. It just bounces inside the field of play. And helping it over the line there was Max Kaufman out of play, boundary throw-in.
Yes, Cheesy had to work hard, Max Kaufman there, because that was going to be a Lasso free kick and touch it just in time. But all the Blacks just flew there before and had no one on the ground when the ball hit the deck. So Caulfield were able to clear it quite easily.
So just in here at the half-forward flank and a free kick for a hold, and I think it's going to go the way of the Blacks.
That was off the ball.
Kick to be taken by Loftus against Jack Webster.
Jack Webster's got his hands shaking. You were caught red-handed there, Jack. Nothing you can do about that, mate.
Kane Loftus, who's been busy early for the Blacks, called to go now by the umpire. So he just set the kick high inside attacking 50 up towards full forward. Drummond flew, brought it to ground. Geddy was there. He turns tackler now, locks things out. Ball up, 15 metres out from the Blacks' goal.
Yeah, good, long, deep entry to a dangerous spot. So the ball's still alive for the Blacks.
Conway tapped it back, and Loftus, his kick was smothered. Great desperation there. And then another opportunity. Loftus dribbling that one towards goal, but just offline that time. So behind for Kane Loftus.
Because the Caulfield Blacks are really weathering the storm here. There's been a few instances where just their desperation has caused to get a hand in and a smother. So it's good, really good play by the young Caulfield boys.
And they bring the ball back into play here now with a raking kick up towards the wing. Flying in from the side there was DeBoss. It was rowed by Ernest, who looks to spear a pass inside 50, only as far as Ryan Peach this time. Fans a kick out towards the far side of the ground on the back flank. Running onto it now is Willem Allen. Gathers it, looks to come in board, gives the hand pass across. Hankin, kick up the line, is effective. They've worked that one nicely, the Fields. And now here's Hutchings with a kick around the body inside 50. It's come off hands. Moorfield got it back, looped it over the top to Kelly on the back flank for the Blacks. Goes down the line looking for Gray. Couldn't mark it. Used the body well. Oh, but then running into a brick wall in McKenzie, who applied a strong tackle for the Fields. Was forced to stoppage here on the wing. Yeah, there's a good intensity to this game, Hugo. The ball's pinging around.
It certainly is. You just feel there's something a little bit more on the line today, Matty, than just home and away points.
Conway flicked it across. Cassidy was dispossessed. Gray turned tackler that time. Ball's been dragged into the tackle, but the umpire says, no, give it to me.
The Blacks are famous for their pressure and contested work. Well, Caulfield's really challenging with that today. So we've got two sides who are really going hard at the contest.
Conway grabbed that one out of the ruck, looked to get the hand pass away, couldn't do so effectively. It was charged down. Dudley had a bit of a fumble. Hand passes come out now. A real slick to Gray, who just goes with a central kick to Drummond. And Sinclair, and it fell here for Panopoulos, who slipped his tackle, got the hand pass back. Drummond now has a snap at goal into the post.
No communication whatsoever there between Drummond and Sinclair, because the only person who touched Sinclair was Drummond.
3-3 plays 3 straight on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. Spearing pass in towards the centre of the grounds. Come unstuck. Loftus gets the hand pass back. And then he was looking to get it once again. Ernest trying to crash through. Does so nicely. Gives it across. Geddes one more. Flying shot at goal is close. That's offline. Another behind. They've kicked 4 behinds in a row. And that was Lockie Knight that time, I think.
You just see the intent of Caulfield with that spearing pass to the middle of the ground into the turnover zone. Exactly what happened there. So they can play fast, but that was a bit reckless, that one.
So they're going to try again, and they're going to try and spear a kick up towards halfback. That's a nice pass coming in. Curnow down the line. And it's Lackman who's got it, and he looks to go with a kick up the line too. And I've completely lost sight of it there, Hugo. Is it a mark?
Yeah, he took the mark there.
Whoever that is.
Yes, we are in the restricted view seats here. So
it's Lofton who's got it.
No, the cheapest seats, though, Matty. You save money on that.
He goes with a kick up towards half forward. It's come off hands, spills over the back. The one here by the Blacks. Cassidy had a bit of a fumble. He was run down by Peach. Umpire Wade play on. And now here's a chance here for the Blacks once more. Curnow's got it. Had a bit of a slip. Gives it away. Now to Gray. Has a running bounce in the centre of the ground. Looks to spear a pass inside 50 or go for home. And it's gone wide. Bounced across the face. And a behind for Max Gray. 3-5, 23 to 3 straight 18. The first 3 scores were goals. Their last 5 behinds on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard, Hugo.
You see, Gray just pulled on that kick there, tried to caress it. You've got to kick through the ball. I know he's coming through the middle of the ground hard, but you can't try and shape that because the ball drops affected. Exactly what happens.
Kicking board. He's a good one. To Lackman. No mystery man no more. At least with the kick-ins, they're bringing it out to the broadcast wing, Hugo. If they're going the other side, we'd have no idea what's going on. In from the side, Macking. Could only partially affect the contest. DeBoss got the hand pass free, and then Webster gave it across. Cooper Quinn high up towards half forward door. Moorfield going back with a flight. Was taken out by his own man. Ball has stayed in here. Oh, really nicely done that time by McGrath. Gives the hand pass across. They've got a chance here inside 50. Good kick finds Lofton on the half forward flank, and he might just be best advised to go for goal here and try and put the Fields in front.
Well, we're seeing the game played. This is the fastest paced game we've seen all year, Matty. The ball is absolutely pinging around, both sides just taking it on, and with that comes that little bit of a risk of a turnover which we're seeing, but the rewards are far outweighing that because they are kicking with reckless abandon at the moment, Matty, and the ball is zipping around.
They are indeed. Archie Lofton 10-10 this season. Maybe 6 games. Runs a bit of an arc here. Sets south for home. This kick's gone across the face. It's still alive, and it's a goal. No, it's not. It's been socked through for a minor. The first blemish of the day. It might have been McGrath. 3-1 plays. Well, I've got 3-5, and the scoreboard has 3-6. So we've already got a discrepancy, Hugo.
Yes, it's common practice.
Kick comes in. Hankin and Macking fighting after the football, and it's going to be a Lasso free kick here, and it will go the way of the Blacks.
Yeah, that's correct interpretation of the rule there. That's another thing that aids the game, but he played at that frantic pace where you haven't got a clearance, you haven't got a stoppage, you've now got clear possession.
Kick goes back to Moorfield.
Taking his time there. Blackshear's going a little bit of slow play here, trying to retain possession. Have we kicked over the 22-minute mark?
Happy to just slow it down a little bit. Kick that time works for Broderick, who's going to pull the trigger and go with a dangerous kick into the middle of the ground. He's kicked it to the tallest bloke on the ground, but it was knocked away from him. Now here's a chance for the Fields. Kick up towards half forward, finds McGrath. It was Ellis who delivered the ball to him, and McGrath's going to go for goal here. He'll be kicking from all of 50 metres out, but doesn't have much of an angle to deal with.
Yeah, he'll need every bit of his kicking boots on for this one. Long distance.
Wind it up, McGrath. He's hooked it. It's going to go well across the face. It won't quite have the distance to DeBoz was the target. Moorfield knocked it away from him. DeBoz fights for it at ground level. There's a free kick for a throw. Uni Black's ball to be taken by Moorfield in the back pocket.
Good to see McGrath didn't get ability in the way of ambition there. he was every bit of 65 metres out when he kicked it.
Moorfield towards the back flank. Geddes was the target. And over the back, it's come off hands and it will be a boundary throw in. 3-1-19 the Fields, 3-6-24 University Blacks. 23 gone here in the opening quarter on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. Could have just been that I missed a point, but I'm pretty sure it was 3-5, Hugo.
I'll take your word for that, Matty.
Drummond taking a turn in the ruck. Geddes just thumps it forward, gains about 10 metres. Will be a boundary throw in on the far side of the ground.
We will get the goal umpires converge in the middle of the ground, and they'll sort it out, Matty.
Yeah, they will.
You're watching. I guarantee you they'll come running. Oh, actually, I've got to go down to the huddle at quarter time too.
You do, yes.
What's going on here?
You're going to go check in with Dow Bauer of University Blacks. We'll be in the visitors' huddle at quarter time.
Double invoice again.
Hutchings caught in the tackle that time.
Just let my accountant know.
A profitable weekend for Hugo Higginbotham.
Yeah.
His son getting a goal, a big win, and a double invoice.
Yeah, well, it was a massive win by DLSL 19s. I think it was about a 135-point win over the Caulfield under-19s. There's a bit of scuffle going on out there.
No, certainly been a bit of feeling in this game. Webster sharked the head out, barrels it up towards half-forward. Mark taken by Robertson, though, for the Blacks. Just relieve the pressure. And he goes across to Moorfield. DeBoss did really well to cut it out, but fell to ground. The moment passed. Moorfield gathers it, goes to Gray. Kick up towards the wing. It's come off hands. Roved well here by the Blacks. The hand pass comes out. It was Panopoulos who had it initially. And then Kelly was caught. He ran straight into Hankin, who wrapped him up. And the Fields have done well to force a stoppage here at half forward.
It all started with that errant kick. So pressure on pressure on pressure.
Hutchings looking to go with the head out back to Elwood. It was cut out, but it's fallen here to McInerney, who delivers it up towards full forward. Couldn't quite find DeBoss. And then Robertson laying a strong tackle. Macking joining in too to lock things up on McGrath. He balled up close to goal for the Fields.
Yeah, dangerous time here. 25 minutes gone for the Blacks. They need to try and get hands on ball here and clear this dangerous zone.
And it's a good tackle that time from Ellis. All pinging around. Kelly was in there. He gave a hand pass away. And the Blacks just scrubby little kick out. O'Brien, he's got a bit of a problem now. McInerney fell on top of him. And the umpire Wade play on. Eventually calls for it on the half-forward flank here for the Fields. And they go again. And it looks like Drummond's taking a turn in the ruck to relieve Conway for a little bit, who's been terrific in the ruck in the opening term, but is resting up forward for the time being now. Cleary kick up towards the wing here. Sinclair brought it to ground. He took out a couple of Fields with him as well. There's one that's down behind play. And then Earhard was cleaned up and a good hip and shoulder, a legal one. And just getting to his feet now is Hayden Short. Looks to be okay.
Went back with a fly to the ball there very bravely. I think Sinclair might have made him earn that one.
So Drummond, front spot, won the head out. high Cleary kick up towards half forward. Here is Short, who's going to meet St Clair again, but he took the mark and he plays on straight away. Short, good positive play. Kick up towards half forward, suits Moorfield onto Boz. He brought it to ground. Good contest from him. Hand pass comes to Macking now, cut out by McInerney. He was looking there for Lackman. DeBoss fights on, gets it away, kick up towards full forward. But it's been cut out here for the Blacks, playing in front, making a good relieving mark to save the day. And happy to just slow it down now is Driscoll. Nice kick up towards the back flank to find Kelly.
So dangerous time in the game here. Caulfield, one more kick and they can come in with a lead at quarter time. There's not much time left in the clock.
Switch to Moorfield. Now kick over the top to O'Brien. The back flank. Yeah, feels like the Fields are pressing to score and the Bucks are happy to just take their lot at quarter time. They kick up towards the wing. Drummond playing in front, trying to leap over the top there with Stevenson. Goes and turns tackler now to Stevenson. Good pressure. Ball won here by the Fields. And then another good tackle from Conway, who's back in the guts.
You love to see a big ruckman there affecting tackles.
Winning hit-outs, which is what he's done there to Cassidy, who did a 360, got the hand pass away, kick up towards half forward. Good use of the body initially there from Earhart, but then a good tackle by St Clair, and then Driscoll came in to help him out. And it's holding the ball. St Clair's ball. Oh, and he steps around his man too. Oh, and another one. And then St Clair goes with a shank up towards centre half forward. It's come off hands. McGrath was the target. It's fallen loose. Panopoulos with a hand pass over the top to Chalkley. It's come loose once again. Then Cooper, he had it and lost it. A free kick. Advantage to be played. It's a Fields ball. They'll get out of trouble here. Up the line, Moorfield and DeBoz. You feel like that's the matchup today. It's been a good one so far. Rove nicely there.
Oh, good mark.
But then a good mark taken down the line. Kelly. Too far out to score, so he's going to go into the pocket. What a great pass. They're going to waste no time. They want to play on, have a flying shot at goal.
He's kicked that.
And it's a goal. Well, didn't pick up who it was initially. It was Grocott. It was a great goal. Good vision from Panopoulos firstly. And Grocott just wasting no time, just opened up the face and slotted it through, made it look easy. And I'd say the deadlock's broken, Hugo. It's been a while since our last goal, but the Blacks have kicked it.
Well, that was actually a bit of reward for effort there, Matty, for the Blacks.
They've added an extra goal, so I believe it's 4-5-29 to 3-1-19. The scoreboard has a 5-6 instead of 4-5.
This is what happens when you locate the scorekeepers near the bar. So the bar opened at 12, so I think they've... as the game goes, they've heard you. They're listening to us. They've got us on the app.
It's been corrected to 4-5 now. This is why I keep my own score, Hugo.
I agree
Back
with
in the
that,
middle,
Matty.
Cassidy up towards half forward. Gathered here, though, by Mackenzie, who was playing in front for the Fields. Marks at centre half back and looks to spear a kick up the line. Good pass, too. Might have opened things up here now. A little spearing pass inside 50. Clever little turn around the body. That was really instinctive play. Mark taken in the pocket by Spencer Hankin, who's got it 20 metres out from goal on an acute angle.
Yeah, Spencer Hankin equally good on both sides of his body. A very, very good kick, so you'd expect him to kick this. But as that ball was moving there, I was thinking Caulfield are extremely brave. They take the game on every time. If they see an option, they will take it on, and they like to do it at pace. So in the context of the game, in that situation from halfback, you're probably looking to slow down. But now, 2 kicks, and Spencer Hankin shot on goal.
Got a goal last week, Spencer Hankin. Can he get one today? Yes, he can.
Absolutely, he can.
And they get another quick response here to the Fields. We've got a good game here on VAFA Match of the Day. Spencer Hankin with a goal. He's third of the campaign, and this is his 5th game. 4-1-25, plays 4-5-29 on the Toorak Hotel scoreboard. The Blacks leading by 4 points deep into the first quarter.
Yeah, that was just brave and good execution there. But the options are there, so they can take them on. And the shortest way home, especially on this ground, is down the middle of the ground. And going at pace there, that's why you get those loose options up the field. And no safer shot on goal on the field than Spencer Hankin.
It's a terrific kick from him. And here is Cooper, Quinton Cooper, who goes inside 50. Macking with the spoil, knocked it away. Still here, it's an half forward for the Fields. Bouncing football. Hand pass comes out now, tracking it towards the boundary line was Lackman. And then it will be locked up on that half forward flank. Fields pushing for another goal, which will give them the lead here at quarter time. Drummond taking a turn to the ruck. So they've rotated Conway a couple of times in this first quarter. In and out of the ruck. Peach was in there. Ernest comes out to Drummond now, but the hand pass across. Need a little step inside there from Robertson. Kick up the line towards the wing. It's come off hands. And there is the siren to end the first quarter. The University Blacks have a narrow lead as things stand. 4-1-25. Caulfield Grammarians 4-1-25. That quarter going for 32 minutes. And brought to you by the Turek Hotel, your local gastro pub. Servicing seasoned regulars since 1854. Open 7 days from 12 p.m. So you can head down there right now if you want, Hugo, or you can stick around because this is a beauty of a match so far.
No, I'm heading down, Matty. I'm mobile. I am heading up the field. Do you want anything from the canteen? I'll go and check on the scorekeepers that are located near the bar.
No, beautiful. Thank you for that, Hugo. I'll leave you to sort that out. The goal scorers to this point for the University Blacks: 2 to Matty Grocott, singles to Tom Sinclair and Kane Loftus. And for the Fields, meanwhile, 2 goals to Julian DeBoss, and then singles to Josh Hutchings and Spencer Hankett. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's action. Round 13 footy here on SEN's Match of the Day. Quarter time at Glen Huntly Park. University Blacks lead Caulfield Grammarians by 4 points. Stick around. The rest of today's game coming up right after this.
William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no delay streaming product SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy live with no delay Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Are you thinking about pulling on the boots and having a kick in 2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the
Power on. Waiting for connection. Connected.
2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the VAFA. Australia's largest senior footy competition has teams suited to all ages and experience, from under-19s to seniors. Log on to vafa.com.au, check out our club directory and find a club near you.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals Luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Hird and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch, beverage package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at vafa.com.au. Don't miss out on one of the biggest events on the VAFA calendar.
Hey guys, at GYG we never compromise on the quality of our food. That's why we only serve 100% free-range chicken. We're on a mission to reinvent fast food, because who said fast food had to be bad food? Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for 1 male and 1 female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
Quarter time here at Glen Huntly Park. You are listening to VAFA William Buck Premier Men's action here on VAFA.com.au and the SEN app. University Blacks lead Caulfield Grammarians by 4 points, 4-5-29, plays 4-1-25. We will head down now to the huddle and listen to Dale Bauer's address to his University Blacks charges.
Let's keep being first in for the ball. Yep, all right, keep being first in for the ball. Be harder, get more numbers around the ball. All right, let's go. Come on.
And that was it there. Thank you for Dale Bauer and his address there to his teammates, or to his players rather. We'll go back to Hugo, who now has got Dale Bauer with him.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. Got Dale here. Dale, that was a frenetic first quarter of footy. It was an amazing pace. What do your boys need to do just to capitalise a little bit more on the scoreboard?
Well, it's probably hard for either team to get control of the ball, so we'd like to get a bit more control of it, but with the pressure around the source, it's pretty hard to. So we'd probably like to get the ball on the outside a bit more from centre bounce and from stoppages, try to get the ball going our way a bit more, because if you hit it inside, they're pretty strong with their pressure inside, so it's a tough ask at the moment.
And this one last thing, so probably struggling to exit D50 just with that switch and the lateral movement. What's the plan to try and just sharpen that up a little bit?
Yeah, it's the smaller ground and the defensive energy that Caulfield have got, it's pretty hard to get out that way, so we're going to look to maybe retain the ball a bit more and go a bit skinny on one side rather than trying to switch it.
Oh, it's an exciting game. Best of luck for the rest of it.
Thank you for that, Hugo. And Dale Bauer, they're the coach of the University Blacks. That huddle, thanks to the Toorak Hotel, the pub of choice for the Caulfield Grammarians in 2026. Well, we go around the grounds as well for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management as Hugo makes his way back to the commentary gantry. University Blues leading Old Haileybury 1-5-11 to nothing at this point. Old Scots with an early advantage over St Kevin's 2-4-16 to 1-4-10. Old Zavarians 4-2-26 leading St Bernard's 2 behinds, and Old Trinity have the jump on the Tunners 3-3-21 plays 1-2-8 early. Hugo.
Thanks, Matty.
Have you heard any of that?
Yeah, I did actually. No, it was good. It's great. It's great to be out there in the huddles, and I love Dale Bauer. He's got so much energy and so much passion, and he was 100% right. The frenetic pace of this game, and it just sort of feels like a turnover is costly, but don't worry, you'll get it back pretty quickly, Matty.
Yes, no, it was a frantic opening term, particularly early. Even without the goals in the latter stages of that quarter, the ball was still moving very quickly from one end of the ground to the other.
Yeah, this is a game you've got the feeling, mate, is going to be played out right to the final siren. There'll be no holding possession and trying to run the clock down, I don't think, today.
Start of the second term here. The University Blacks lead by 4 points over Caulfield Grammarians. And it's Conway who won the hit out against Peach there. And there's a free kick straight away. And it's going to go to the fields. Advantage to be taken. Peach gathers it. Goes up towards full forward. Strong mark taken by Archie Loughnan. That's a hot start to the second term for the fields. And a good strong mark from the number 2. And he can line up and give Caulfield the lead here. He'll be 30 metres out directly in front.
Well, you just see clearance is going to be so important today, because off a clearance you are one kick from a shot on goal, with this ground being relatively short. And so the defenders have to be shoulder on all the time. You can't zone off today, because a kick like that coming in, it can result in a goal pretty quickly.
10-10 for the season for Archie Loughnan to give the fields the lead early in the second term. Steers it through. And another hot start to begin the quarter. Both goals kicked to the left of Uredo Dale, the racecourse end. Start the first and the second term, and this time it's the fields who profit, and they lead. 5-1-31 plays 4-5-29 on the Bendigo Bank Private Banking scoreboard, Hugo.
Yes, Matty, with this ball moving that quickly, coming into the forward line, neither team has time to roll players back. So you're seeing legitimate one-on-one football with the ball coming into advantage into space. So you've got to be in front today, as we just saw then.
That's what Caulfield have done now. Conway, improvised hack off the deck there from Broderick, up towards half forward. Gray's there, beaten to it though. McInerney couldn't quite ran the hand pass in. So this frenetic style of play, who's that suiting more, do you think, Hugo?
Probably the younger Caulfield side, but maybe the experience of the Blacks will be able to curtail that. But I just feel with Caulfield has probably faster goal-scoring power.
Gray dispossessed there. Elwood gives the hand pass back to Beach, who kicks it like a ruckman off the side of the boot and not where he intended it to go. It's gone out towards the wing. Now Chalkley leading the race back to the ball. He shared it nicely with Ernest. Gives it a hand pass away to Macking, and they'll continue it here. Loftus loops a hand pass over to Cassidy. He gives another one over the top, and then one more inside 50, and then a good run down tackle there from Allen.
And he crossed the boundary line.
And it's taken over the boundary line, so it'll be a throw in, but there was good pressure from the fields. They just forced the extra loopy hand pass, and then they shut down the ball movement.
He earnestly tackled Ernest. I've got to credit that one to Simon Peach. It's about 5 years old, that one. That's a good one, mate.
Ball toss back in there is Ernest again. Scrubby little kick towards goal, and then another one, and this time it's Drummond who might have marked. Mark or free kick, take your pick. Jack Drummond's ball regardless. And he can look to give the Blacks the lead back once again as the sunshine starts to break through here at Glen Huntly Park. You go feel like it's just going to be one of those days.
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of everything here, Matty, and you generally do get that here. A bit slow getting up there, Drummond. I think he got a bit of a cork, but value of playing in front. You're either going to get the mark or the free kick. It's going to be very hard for defenders today with the ball coming in as quickly as it is, because both sides, they're feeding off each other's energy, and there's a lot of energy out there today, Matty. Now, that's a good point. With this sort of frenetic pace, who's going to be the first team to tire?
Yes, that's a very good point. Jack Drummond comes in. He's already kicked the behind today. Can he get a goal? He's going to flirt with the goalpost, but I reckon he's just crept that in. And the goal umpire agrees. And the Blacks are back in front. 5-5, 35, 5-1, 31. 3.5 gone in this second term for Bendigo Bank Private Banking. These two teams are going to run up a cricket score at this rate.
Yes, this is a ground that does lend itself for scoring with probably shorter arcs very close to the centre. As I said, you're one kick from the middle of the ground from a shot on goal, and that was an excellent execution there by Drummond. And the value of playing in front, as I said before, Matty.
Do you teach your son to play from in front as a fullback, or does he have to stay behind?
He doesn't listen to a word I say, mate. Don't worry about that.
Conway grabbed that one out of the ruck. High kick up towards half forward. Goes direct route to goal. Comes off hands. Kerno was there at the ground level. Couldn't rove it. Players fall on top of the ball, and there's actually going to be a free kick going the way of Caulfield to be taken by Will Vesely. Drives a kick up towards Elwood here on the wing, who marks. The field skipper. Number 3.
This is where they're brave.
It's been stellar again this year. He wanted to go in ball, but instead goes up towards half forward. A great one-hander by Loughnan. There's a mark of the day contender for you. Here you go. Partners Wealth Group. Jot that one down. Archie Loughnan with a beauty. How's the kick? Spears it in towards the pocket. It's gone over all and sundry.
No one touched it.
Out of bounds.
That's an anti-climax, wasn't
Throw it in the pocket. It's a fresh airy.
Yes. But that was an outstanding mark by Loughnan. Almost Wayne Carey-esque back in the day.
The king.
Holding the defender off and just one mark. Very strong.
Well, he'll love the comparisons to Wayne Carey and Archie Loughnan.
Or Wayne Carey might like it too.
DeBoss grabbed that out of the ruck, snaps towards goal. It's touched off the boot, so play on the call. Moorfield, the goalkeeper, happy to escort it over the line for a rush behind. Wastes no time either. He brings it back into play immediately. Going for Geddes, who used the body, but then he was tripped. Ball hits the deck. It's still going the way here of the Blacks. O'Brien got it, goes with the hand pass inboard, comes out wide once again. Now St Clair's got it on the wing, but he's run down.
What a tackle.
Awesome tackle. Oh, I tell you what, the pressure is on today.
Vesely, what a tackle by Will Vesely.
Will Vesely, that's goal saving.
Tackle of the day, Matty. New category.
Yeah, we've got to get one of those because Will Vesely's got it wrapped up in a bow at the moment. Goes long down the line. Macking flies. He couldn't gather it cleanly. Goes and roves it at ground level. It's been won back here by the fields. A hand pass goes back. It was Allen. And then another strong tackle. Tell you what, it's on for young and all today at Glen Huntly Park.
That was no one knew what happened then. No. He was absolutely. He's in trouble there, actually.
The umpire is going to just call for halting proceedings here.
He is struggling to. That's winded, I feel.
Is that Lackman? And we're going to stop play here. Well, he's in a bad way.
That's blood rule as well.
A little bit of everything there.
Yeah, a bit of claret out of the beat. It was, that's with the frenetic pace of the game, you expect little collisions like that. Nothing untoward.
It's Will Vesely, actually, who's been in the wars in the last 30 seconds. Players continued. Meantime, high kick up towards the wing, towards half forward. Hutchings was the target. It was knocked away from him. Now the ball's bouncing at ground level. Another strong tackle's been laid that time. And the umpire will call for it. It was Kerno who forced the stoppage. Conway On the tap down, hand pass comes back now to Joel Ernest. Goes up towards half forward. Nice kick. And here's Loftus. Needs to go one way, then the other. Then comes back inside. Spears a kick in towards the pocket. St Clair was bowled over. Umpire Wade play on. Peach gathers the centering ball now. He was worried out of it. It's come out now, the hand pass. Missed Broderick. He's got to go back and retrieve it now. Trying to find a way through. Doing nicely there. That time was Hutchings. Barrels it up towards half forward. It's a one-on-one. It's DeBoss and Moorfield. The former gets there first, sweeps the hand pass back. Now Will's in a bit of trouble. He spins out of it nicely. Dowhouse the kick. No good. Straight to Robertson at half. Back in the moment passes. Oh, that is a dangerous kicking board, and that's a little careless there, that attack. That time there from Stevenson. He's coughed it up. Caulfield ball. 70 metres out from goal. Central kick looking for Lofton. Brought it to ground. Couldn't complete the mark. Hand pass comes out. Kick was smothered. Chalkley's in trouble now. He's caught. How does the umpire view this? He says, give it to me.
Just with that frenetic pace, Matty, you're one kick away from a turnover and poor execution, which happens. So you're going to expect that if you're going to play this style.
Conway. Went down to Loftus, who gets the kick out of the defensive 50. Might be coming back in a hurry, though, or another clever hack off the deck. And all of a sudden, it's at centre-half forward here for the Blacks. One-on-one contest. Hand pass looking for Webster. He's got to be clean. He's worried out of it. Chance here now. Loftus gathers at the bounce. Comes back to him. He goes for goal on the right boot. He's brought it back.
Ooh.
Just not enough, though. The behind for the Blacks. 5-6-36 to 5-2-32. And is on the Bendigo Bank private banking score.
No, it's that frenetic pace, Matty. We're going to see who's going to crack first here. And that is a turnover from fullback.
That's not a good kick coming out of defence, Hugo. You're right. They'll be able to set themselves up here with the old 7-point play ball, the Blacks. You just can't afford those in a close game like that. It was Curnow who swooped in, and he's good for just about a goal a game, Curnow. 7 goals in his 9 games so far this season.
It's just it's okay to play fast, but you can't play reckless because turnovers like this happen. And this will be a costly turnover because in the context of the game, that gives the Blacks...
Curnow's kick is not even going to score. That's a real let-off. That's gone out on the full from about 35 metres out with barely an angle to speak of.
Geez, that's a coach killer, that one, mate. Poor old Dale Bearer, he'd be absolutely furious with that.
Short's got it in the back pocket, goes down the line. Oh, and that's not a very good kick either. Straight to Geddes on the half-forward flank. So it's all just got a bit untidy in the last couple of minutes.
And this is fatigue, Matty. This is fatigue starting to come in. So I can see the Caulfield players starting to get a little bit tired. And this is where mistakes happen.
Geddes with a centering ball looking for Chalkley. Curnow was caught and didn't get a legal hand pass away. Has conceded the free kick. The Fields have got it here at half-back. Elwood. Kicks looking for Hutchings, who marks at half-back. 4-point lead for the University Blacks. 5-6-36 plays, 5-2-32. 10 gone in this second quarter. Hutchings, long kick down the line. Oh, no one got to that one either. Macking, he was caught. The umpire Wade play on, though. It was a good tackle there by Ellis. Well, they're driving tackle there into the turf. The umpire's Wade play on. Comes out now here. Bit of a fumble. Peach hands it in ball looking for Elwood. Spun out of a tackle. Gave it across to McInerney. Oh. Spearing pass to centre half forward onto the chest of Archie Loughnan. He gives the hand pass away, wasting no time. Then a kick towards goal. It's gone out of bounds. It'll be tossed in.
Well, he didn't need to hand that one off there, Loughnan. That was a kickable distance, and he's a great kick of the ball, but that's a let-off for the Blacks.
He's having a good quarter, Archie Loughnan. Couple of good marks. Yeah. Got a goal.
They were set up by Elwood in the middle of the ground, just with composure. He's always got composure, Elwood. Excellent skipper.
Boundary throw in. Conway used the body well. Got the hand pass away to O'Brien to Chalkley. Barrels a kick out of there. Anywhere will do. Kind bounce for Curnow. Flicked it on looking for Drummond. Has to go and retrieve it now. Runs into a Fields wall. And that's where it ends. Stoppage in the middle of the ground.
You just see the sting coming out of the game a little bit now. It's slowing down because it's with that fast running and end to end of the ground. Fatigue is only natural will come in.
Conway Hampton out looking for Stevenson. McInerney swooped in. He just got a kick away to Ellis over to Elwood, who just throws this one on the boot up towards half forward. It's come off hands. Hutchings was there. Hand pass comes out now. McInerney again. Got to the right boot. The umpire wave play on. Hutchings snaps towards full forward. In from the side. Lackman knocked away, but O'Brien was there to rove it. His sweeping hand pass was dangerous. There's a lot of Blacks players there, but none of them have clean possession. They do. Just about now they do, yes. Clearing kick out towards the wing. Oh, straight to Peach. He's going to send this one right back whence it came. Out towards the fat side of the ground for Hutchings. Or Lofton, sorry.
Yep. So that's... You have to execute through the middle of the ground, Matty. You can't turn over like that to an unattended player. So they need to be aware of that. Now, also too, so Lofton was closer before but handed it off, so I'm glad to see he's going back and going to execute with this one. And it's a game momentum a little bit, and the Blacks really need to probably slow Caulfield's momentum at the moment, so they're starting to get a few shots on goal.
So Archie Lofton kicked a goal earlier in this term for the Fields. Chance to give them back the lead here. He strikes it from 50. It's gone close across the face. 1-1 for Archie Lofton this afternoon. 5-3 plays 5-6. And again, they don't want to waste any time bringing this one back into play. Oh, give it a run. And they're running straight into trouble. Holding the ball. Fields free kick. May well be. We've got another mystery man. Here we go. And it's been a bit feisty, this game. It's good pressure that time from Quinn Cooper. He got the free kick for the tackle. What does he do now? He looks to hit up a lead towards full forward. It was Lofton again who was the target. Brought it to ground. Comes out now. McGrath. Peach running into traffic. Was happy to take the tacklers on. Yeah, tried to buy a free kick but couldn't.
Certainly did.
Now what's going on here?
Free kick.
Fields free.
Yeah, is what happens.
Now, I didn't see that one, Hugo. Do you know what that was for?
No, nor did I. I was behind the umpire. It was right in front of the umpire too, and I was blindsided by that. But the umpire was right there, so anything like that, the umpires will pay just to try and defuse the situation.
It's Pat McGrath's ball regardless. Coming into today, 4 straight for the season for Pat McGrath. He's a dead-eye. Strikes it from 50. And he's put that one across the face. That's 2 behinds for Pat McGrath today, though. Now it's Fields missing a couple. 5-3. Plays 5-6 on the Bendigo Bank private banking scoreboard. Kicking towards the back pocket now. Mark taken by Loftus.
They've definitely got the momentum at the moment, Matty Caulfield, but they're just not capitalising. A couple of missed shots on goal.
Loftus sends a kick up towards the back flank. Mark not taken by Broderick. It's come off hands. Kelly does well to spin into trouble. Goes with a high kick up towards the wing. That's you don't need to be able to see that to know that's gone out on the full.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit wide there.
In front of the interchange gates, the Fields will have it back here. That's Elwood. Happy to retreat.
Yeah, giving away a lot of ground here. They've given away a lot of ground.
Dudley to the other Peach. And now Short. Gone by the cape here, but it's worked out quite nicely for them. Getting it now is Allen, who goes up towards half forward. Lofton was the target once again. Roved nicely by McGrath. Can Lofton gather it? He can. Goes with a hand pass in. Board McInerney taken high. Decapitated just about. And he'll get a free kick inside 50 for the Fields. We'll check to make sure he's okay.
Yeah,
Hamish McInerney. That was an old-fashioned coat hanger, Hugo.
No, he was fine. He laid back into that one. He did it really well. And he's turned that over.
And they've gone with the kick in board. It hasn't quite worked out. But they've still got a look here, a flying shot at goal. And Moorfield just happy to punch that one over for a behind.
No communication there whatsoever. He was on his own there, Campbell Moorfield. He was taking quite an easy mark.
As Elvis would say, communication breakdown.
Not anymore.
No. And Loftus has played on here now. What's going on? 50. Now it's going to be 50 metres now. Loftus played on there and slipped.
No, but the umpire had
then
called
play on.
So the player can do whatever they want. It's not play on until the umpire calls play on.
So Lacks of fortune there for the Blacks.
A lot of spectators disagree.
No, yeah, it's rare that everyone sees it the same way.
Get a whistle and go out there yourself, mate.
Out to Panopoulos on the half-forward flank. He just sends a raking kick up towards full forward. It's come off hands. Geddes was the target. McKenzie, Webster, he got it away to Peach. Now back to McKenzie again, around the body. Chalkley playing in front. Good mark. He just tightens the screws into the Blacks. And he looks to set a kick up towards half-forward. That's, well, there's the release of the pressure valve.
Yep.
He was looking for Grocott. He missed him by a lot.
Yeah. And it's still, it's a lasso free kick, so it's not even inside the arc yet.
I mean, my depth of perception is shot here at Glen Huntly Park because that looks like it's in the pocket. It hasn't even got to half-forward. No. Kick up towards the wing. Oh, Lackman! There's a big fly. We saw that one well, Hugo.
We did.
Ethan Lackman with a Mark of the Day contender. Partners Wealth Group, your client there. And he lets us down with a kick. Straight to Chalkley.
Game of turnovers in the last 10 minutes.
Don't worry, we'll cut up the highlights, Ethan, so that we won't show the kick, we'll just show the mark. Into Geddes. Now he's called to go by the umpire. He wanted to go inboard. He steps around McKenzie instead and spears a kick up towards half-forward. Mark taken by Gray. I've got no idea if he's with the range here, Hugo.
No, he's still a kick from goal.
He wants to pass it instead. Over the head, though, of Curnow. And now Hutchings. Have it across. Allen ends it forward. Hankin across to McInerney now. Untidy hand pass, but he can gather it on the bounce. He's got Stevenson for company. It was a good tackle by Stevenson, but the Fields have time. Kick up towards McGrath now, who's got it at half forward. He goes with a deep entry inside 50. Drummond was the loose man, dropped the mark. Has to get the hand pass away to Kelly. Back to Drummond. And on the left boot, he just gets it out of there, out towards the wing, looking for Loftus. He couldn't gather it cleanly. Grocott was there for the Blacks. Handballs it inboard, and O'Brien's just happy to let that one go out of play for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of get the ball away from me stuff, because when you don't execute, that puts the player under pressure, and then pressure builds and pressure builds. So they're lucky to get it out of bounds there. But in fairness, it was a pretty good turnover, intercept and ball movement to the wing.
1 point ball game here at Glen Huntly Park. The Blacks lead, and they'll get the clearance here. Geddes accelerates away with a bounce and looks to hit up a lead inside 50. I'm not sure if it was touched on the boot, if it was just well wayward. But it's gone out of play for a lasso free kick. McInerney's kick to Kaufman was no good. Curnow's there. Kaufman's got a turn tackler. Hand pass comes free. Webster was there. Geddes following up once more. Hand pass comes out. It was McNamara. Now it's still in dispute. McGrath flying over the top. McInerney gathered it. Goes with a kick in board. Lackman fumbled it, but he's got time to recover. Sweeps a hand pass out wide. Now it's Will. Gives it in board. Another one over the top. They're going to try and use the space here. Good work there by Ernest. Used the body well. Won it back. Doug's in board. One way, then the other, then the other. Goes with a hand pass. Kick up the line is effective. Now it's Chalkley. He wants to go with a kick in board to Drummond, who's got it in the centre of Glen Huntly Park. He's got Kelly cruising alongside him. Instead elects to go out towards the half-forward flank, looking for Panopoulos. He went with the one hand. Couldn't mark. Still loose here at half-forward, and players just happy to see it out of bounds. It'll be tossed in at half-forward for the Blacks.
Yeah, Blacks pulling the trigger too early with these shorter hit-ups. They need to get the ball to a dangerous spot, because at the moment they're just too easy to defend. So they're going a lot to the pockets. They're skirting around half-forward. They need to back their forwards in and get it in deep to a dangerous spot.
So Hutchings and Drummond to the ruckwork. Drummond won the hit out. Comes back to McNamara. And then Loftus straightens on the right boot, up towards full forward. Earhard with the spoil, and it's just crept over the line for a rush behind there for the Blacks, who have doubled their advantage. 5-7 plays, 5-5 on the Bendigo Bank private banking scoreboard in this second quarter.
Well, that was a better kick in. There was a chance of a goal there. At least, it went through from behind, but it's still dangerous. Now they can defend this here.
And that kick in looking for Hutchings, who took it on the second attempt. They haven't been afraid to move it quickly, and they've got space here. Lackman again. It went over his head. It might fall here for Loughnan. Can he gather it on the bounce? He can. On the left boot. Goes up towards DeBoz at half forward. Through his grasp. Moorfield is back there for the Blacks. He just sweeps the hand pass back. Neat little play. And then Gray receives the underground hand pass. Kicking ball looking for Cassidy. Knocked away from him. He's got to go and follow it up again, Cassidy. McNamara is there. Gathers it cleanly. Over to Robertson. He threw that one out. Umpire Wade play on. Mackie with a hand pass down the line. And then Driscoll giving it back. McNamara now goes across once more to Robertson. His kick was smothered. Good pressure that time applied by Willem Allen. Out of play. Boundary throw in. Right in front of us, Hugo.
Right in front of me, Matty. Geez, it's going to be a high possession game. There is 4 handballs when one would do. But they're playing football in a phone box at the moment, both teams.
Front spot. Conway, oh, that was slick. Stevenson bursting away from the contest. Spearing kick up towards the wing. Knocked away. Good defence that time from the field. Out of play, boundary throw. And I've got to ask you, Hugo, how's your play-by-play? Because I could do with a little bit of help the way this is going.
I'm enjoying this, Matty. This is good. Just the two of us. That's right. We're a little bit short-staffed at the minute. But you're doing a fantastic job, Matty. But, you're certainly earning your money today with these high possession game.
Interchange, wing the ball's tossed back in. Conway tapped it down. Loftus runs onto it. Spears a kick up to half forward. That is a beauty, Hugo, to Sinclair on the chest.
Yep.
And he looks to go further afield. Does so with a pass up towards half forward to Loftus, who kept on running.
Yeah, this is good. They're retaining possession but gaining ground as well, and they're finding clear possession too. So they're kicking to the players who aren't under pressure.
Kane Loftus is no hesitation. He wants to go back and line up for his second goal of the match.
He does. He'll be tested for distance here, Matty, but good to see him backing himself in.
Kicked 1 goal, 2 already, Loftus, so he's been heavily involved in the scoreboard. The Blacks lead by 2 points. Loftus strikes this one. It's gone across the face, won't have the carry. It's knocked back and attacked out of midair, but it was over the line. A rush behind, just for the Blacks.
Just, yeah.
And they extend their lead 5-8, plays 5-5, 23.5 gone in this second term. Bendigo Bank Private Banking scoreboard.
No side willing to relent here. It's still electric pace.
Oh, it swooped in. What a steal. An awesome mark coming in from the side. Had to pick up who that was. That was a beauty of an intercept mark.
Was that Xavier Chalk? No.
It's Achilles Panopoulos.
Oh, Achilles Panopoulos. Yes, it was excellent work there. Read that beautifully. There's no easy possession on the ground here, Matty. So this is one in context of the game that they really need to convert here. It's been a run of behinds, and they need some reward for effort and just try and build that lead slightly. Just get a little bit of scoreboard pressure on Caulfield, whether that affects them too much because they play frantic football regardless of the stage of the game.
Panopoulos comes in now on the right boot. That's a beautiful kick from Achilles Panopoulos right through the centre.
You absolutely love to see that as a Black supporter, Matty. An intercept goal, especially with the run of the way the game had been at such a frantic pace. That just puts a little bit of pressure back on Caulfield. Now, very important, this clearance for the Blacks now. If they can get a clearance, move the ball forward, puts more pressure on Caulfield. And they need to really, when they're around the ground, just slow the ball down slightly. They can still go at electric speed, but just retain possession like they did in that passage up the wing. That was the sort of straight out of the playbook for them.
Yeah, they've coughed up a couple of 7-point play opportunities this quarter, the Fields, and the Blacks have finally converted one through Achilles Panopoulos with his third of the campaign. Quinn Cooper out of the middle now. The Fields will get the clearance here, up towards half forward. Kelly leading his man to the ball, has to go and retrieve it now. He's caught in a good tackle that time, though, by Hankin. And the umpire calls for it at right half forward for Caulfield.
Very fast to throw the ball up these days.
Yeah, they're not taking a lot of time, are they? Webster with a kick inside 50. Oh, cruel bounce. Robertson's got to get here now. Moorfield's there and a hold. There'll be a free kick to the Blacks. Skipper, Campbell Moorfield.
He's just calling for the slow play now. He's calling for calm down. There we are, 25.5 minutes gone.
Moorfield now drives a kick up towards the back flank. Conway was the target who arrived late, and he did well too because Elwood was well poised to intercept there. That's gone out of play, boundary throw in. 26 gone in this second term. University Blacks 6-8-44, leading Caulfield Grammarians 5-5-35 on the Bendigo Bank Private Banking scoreboard. It's been a frenetic first half. It's at just about everything. Front spot, Conway as the ball is tossed back in here. Kelly had a bit of a fumble after receiving the hand pass from Broderick, and he'll get the free kick for a high contact. Well, Kelly gives the hand pass away to Broderick.
1 minute left, we just heard, Matty.
Kick up the line, and they want to try and create another opportunity here. Ernest with a hand pass inboard to Cassidy. Goes with a high kick. The mark will be paid. McGrath over the top. Couldn't mark it clearly. Another high kick. Macking in good position here. Oh, it was a huge fly from a standing start. Falls now here for Gray. Goes up towards full forward. It's a one-on-one contest. Panopoulos is there again. He applies a good tackle on Ehard, who gets the hand pass away to McInerney. He finds Peach here on the back flank, and they get out of trouble here, the Fields. They might have time to go for themselves. Peach going back with a flight, good mark, and he's got a direct route to goal now. He goes with a kick inboard, it's no good. It falls for Macking. He gives it away to Driscoll. Across now to Broderick. He goes up towards half forward. Grocott was the target. It's come off hands. The race is on now, gathering it, doing nicely there. The hand pass back. It was good work there from Kaufman. Kick inboard works. McGrath up towards centre half forward. Good work there from Ernest. Rode by Conway, of all people. Broderick over to Stevenson. And there's the siren to bring it into an entertaining half of football, as good as we've had in the VAFA this year. University Blacks 6-8-44. Caulfield Grammarians 5-5-35. Quarter brought to you by Bendigo Bank Private Banking, proud platinum sponsor and long-time supporters of the University Blacks for over 17 years. Their services provide personalised one-on-one banking through a dedicated team. Hugo Higginbotham, I've given you a moment to catch your breath. Sum that up for us, if you would, please.
Matty, please take a seat, take a breath yourself, mate. That was outstanding calling by you. But, Matty, that was just an electric half of football with neither side willing to relent. Momentum spurts, but each side taking the game on at every opportunity possible. Blacks probably unlucky. They failed to get a few of those 7-point plays we spoke about. But by no means is that a insurmountable lead. I mean, the way this game's been played, 2 quarters in a row, we had a goal kicked within a minute. So it just shows the intent of both teams. So this is a lot. Now, there's something about this game, Matty. That's a finals-like intensity and pressure. It shows you exactly what's on the line for both teams today. So very exciting.
Yeah, indeed it is. The goal scorers for this point, University Blacks, 2 to Matt Grocott, singles to Jack Drummond, Tom Sinclair, Kane Loftus and Achilles Panopoulos. And for Caulfield Grammarians, 2 goals to Julian DeVos and singles to Archie Lofnan, Spencer Hankin and Josh Hutchings. We're going to, looks like we're going to go straight into our halftime show, Hugo, for Life Performance Sports Medicine. Uni Blacks physio and conditioning partners. Life Performance's strength training programs reduce pain and build strength for the long term, preventing recurrence. Head to lifeperformancehealth.com.au to book an appointment. And we have got a very special guest indeed from Caulfield.
We've actually got 2, Matty. We're going to get them both on at once.
We will, yeah.
Do a Q&A. So,
yes, we will. So from from Caulfield Grammarians, we've got one of the players who's come out of the lineup today, Tom Williams, and from University Blakes, we've got James Clark. Gents, very warm welcome to you both.
Thank you very much. How are you doing? Thank you.
Well, can you sum up that for us? Because that was chaotic, that first half.
Yeah, it was. We're trying to get speed on the ball.
Trying.
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah, but I think the Blacks are doing really well to hold our spread. They're spreading really well themselves, so it's good so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's nearly finals intensity out there.
Yeah.
Both teams are really going for it, and it's hopefully a good spectacle for everyone to see.
Yeah, well, Hugo did mention, he used that phrase, finals-like, just at the end of the half there. Both of you on the sideline, so I'm always curious. I've always got to ask this question with players who are not playing. How are you watching your team play? Are you able to do it, or is it too much for you? Do you just miss it that much that you can't really watch it? How do you approach it?
This is the first game I've watched like this for a long time, and it does feel different, and I do miss playing. It's hard not being able to change it either. You kind of just want to have an effect the whole time, and you're like, oh, I could have done that, or maybe could have helped out there, which is difficult, but it's fun.
Yeah, 100%. For me, I've missed a few games this year, unfortunately, so I've got accustomed to watching on the sidelines, which, you just feel helpless. So you want to help as much as you can. So I try to put my 2 cents bit in the midfield group chat before the game, halftime, etc., etc. But, yeah, you do feel helpless, and you just want the boys to go out there and play well.
So we spoke about finals-like intensity in that game and the speed and just willing to take the game on because it feels like there's something on the line. So has that been, which there definitely is for both teams today. So at Clubland, has that been spoken about during the week about how important today's clash probably is?
Yeah, absolutely. Sats in particular puts a lot of onus on mini grand finals, and throughout the year we've had a few mini grand finals, and this one's definitely one that we've sort of put in as that. I think the VAFA at the moment, especially this year, has been crazy. Like, it's really tight, so we're going into every game like it is a mini grand final. It's good.
And then in terms of the Blacks, obviously there's been talk about finals potentially, then also the other side of the table, obviously the relegation mode. But while we mathematically still can look at finals, that's what we're striving to do. Obviously a few games haven't gone our way this year, but as you can see, I feel like we can play and we can contend. So it's just about, trying to put in those full quarter performances consistently, and that's something that we've been really striving for throughout the year.
So just on what you just touched on then, a couple of games haven't gone your way. So it feels like both teams have had those games where you look back now, you're a couple of points here or a couple of decisions there. So how's that been for the building in the group? Especially Caulfield, I know you're a young team, and the Blacks, you're a team at the moment with a few players out, so you're sort of patching players into positions. So how's it both been in that situation?
Yeah, 100%. It's just probably navigating each, like, week to week. As you said, we have had an unlucky year with injuries, but every team has injuries, and that's not an excuse. So it's just about trying to set yourself up and prepare yourself in the best position you can to get out there. And then it's just about stacking up those performances together. So it's just trying to minimise those little gaps and areas of inconsistency that we've had. So that's what we're trying to minimise at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like you said, we are a young team, but it's something at the start of the year we got together as a group and we said, we're young, but it doesn't matter. Like, we've come here for a reason. We've gone up, so we're going to own it. And I think, it doesn't matter where we are or how we're doing. We're meant to be here, and I think a few games this year has really shown that. So I think we've taken it on as a group and, taken in stride.
We're here with Tom Williams of Caulfield Grammarians and James Clark of University Blacks. It's half-time at Glen Huntly Park. The Blacks lead the Fields by 9 points. Gents, every week we sort of review the fixtures. We marvel at the evenness of the competition.
Absolutely.
Does it feel that way on field from a playing perspective, that there's no such thing as an easy game?
Yeah, I honestly think between the bottom and the top there isn't that big a gap. I think on anyone's day that they can beat them. And, I mean, you look at Uni Blues at the moment, and they're in really good form, but I honestly think that anyone could potentially beat them on their day. So it's just about preparing, doing everything right so you get to on the weekend and you just give the best shot you can.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Yeah. It's as simple as that. That's a VAFA, I guess.
You've been the competition as well. So, James, you've been around the comp for a few years now. And Tom, how many years have you been playing senior footy?
2. I did a gap year after school. I finished 2022, so not too long.
So how are you seeing, because you've seen it over a few years, James, and then, Tom, how are you finding the competition in terms of how it's been for you, James, in the last couple of years compared to that? And, Tom, how are you finding the standard?
Yeah, the standard's great. I love it. I'm talking to friends, in different leagues and different divs, and I think this is the best footy outside of VFL, I'd like to think. It's funny, I used to go around to Old Zabs. I've got a lot of friends there, so I used to grow up watching the Old Zabs, and so it's cool. I've always been around the VAFA, and it's really cool to play against them, and so I love it.
Yeah, and I'm same age as Tom, so
Oh, really?
Yeah, I graduated in 2022 from Ballarat, and this has been a great step for me and my footy. I've loved the experience, and I love the evenness, as we were just speaking about, of the comp, that you just can't go into any game, and especially at Prem, everyone's got good players, and it's just about going out there and doing what you can to try get on the board and get those 4 points every week. James, which can be challenging.
James, you've obviously been involved in the Premier Men's competition for a little while, so this is probably more a question directed at Tom. Came from Prem B last year up to Premier Men's. How have you found the step up? Because the Fields had a bit of a slow start to the season, but have steadied quite nicely since. How have you and I suppose the team as a collective found the step up from Prem B to Prem A?
Yeah, absolutely. We really enjoyed our Prem B footy. Obviously, the year before we just avoided relegation, so it was kind of like whatever happens, happens. So we really took that in stride, and we tried the best we can and enjoyed our footy, and we made it to a grand final and didn't get the result, but we sort of went, all right, well, we're in Prem A. Had the sluggish start, but we sort of said that game against Scotch, we can compete, and we can be here and have a go. And then we started to get a few wins, and it's like, all right, well, why not? Why not us?
Yeah. Was it as simple as just that one game just sort of flipped a switch and you suddenly had that belief that you could mix it with the best in Prem A, or was it a bit more gradual?
I think so. Being, like you said, we are a young group, it was a bit, we were a bit scared about how it was going to go, and then we played Scotch and we went, we did lose, but we really competed. We could have won that very easily. So it's one of those things we're supposed to be here, we should be here, we can be here, so why not? Let's have a go.
You call that old-fashioned belief, Matty.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just curious about your pathways. So, Tom, you school?
Yep. Prep to 12.
And James, uni?
Yeah.
That's how you got to the club?
Yeah. I went to St Mary's College, which is Melbourne Uni college, and I had a few mates that were at the Blacks at the time when I moved from Ballarat. So, yeah, they gave me a few calls and really tried to swindle me across, and, yeah, here I am loving my time at the University Blacks.
There you go. I was always curious about the school versus the uni pathways, because obviously the school's a natural progression and the uni's a bit of a hit and miss, especially when you're co-tenants with the Blues as well.
Yeah, exactly right. People find it weird, and it is weird. Sharing kind of the same ground every week with another club, and that's very different to what I grew up in Ballarat. But yeah, honestly, it's been a great evolution for my football career, and it's been a great way to meet new people and make more connections.
Well, let the two of you go. It's a big second half for you to struggle through watching it. Hopefully they do manage to actually pick up the pace a little bit, because it was a bit slow that first half. Let's be honest, gents. Tom Williams and James Clark, thank you both for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
James Clark of University Blacks and Tom Williams of Caulfield Grammarians. Half-time here at Glen Huntly Park. It is the Blacks who lead by 9 points. Stick around. The second half coming up right after this.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
Are you thinking about pulling on the boots and having a kick in 2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the VAFA. Australia's largest senior footy competition has teams suited to all ages and experience, from under-19s to seniors. Log on to vafa.com.au, check out our club directory and find a club near you.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals Luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Hird and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch, beverage package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at vafa.com.au. Don't miss out on one of the biggest events on the VAFA calendar.
Hey guys, at GYG we never compromise on the quality of our food. That's why we only serve 100% free-range chicken. We're on a mission to reinvent fast food, because who said fast food had to be bad food? Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for one male and one female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
Welcome back, one and all, to Glen Huntly Park. You're listening to VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round of 13 action here on vafa.com.au and the SEN app. And we have a riveting contest here at half-time. University Blacks leading Caulfield Grammarians by just 9 points at the half. 6:8:44 to 5:35 your halftime show. Thanks to Live Performance Sports Medicine. Great to have Tom Williams of Caulfield Grammarians, James Clark of University Blacks to join us there. We'll continue our halftime show here as the two teams are preparing to get the second half underway, just going through their warm-ups. Matty Donald here with Hugo Higginbotham. Around the grounds, Hugo, for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management. What have we got?
Thanks, Matty. Uni Blues 4-9-33, lead Old Haileybury yet to score. That's at Melbourne Uni Oval. Ooh. At Camberwell Sports Ground, Old Scotch 4-5-29, trail St Kevin's 6-6-42. At the Snake Pit, we've got St Bernard's 5-3-33, trail Old Zabs 7-5-47. And this is the big one, Matty, at Daily Mail's playing fields, which is miles away. I'm happy to say we don't have to call that this year because of there's no
redevelopment.
Yeah, redevelopment. Yes, Old Trinity 6-7-43, leading Old Brighton 3-4-22. So that is huge. That one, which puts a little bit more spice on this game here. We've got Matty.
Indeed it does, because if the result over there holds true and the T's hold on and Caulfield find a way to come over the top of the Blacks here, it will mean that the Fields move to within a game of the top 4 with 5 to play.
And another thing with that as well, Matty, is Brighton, I believe, have the Blues and Zabs in the next 2 weeks.
Well, we mentioned at the top as well, the Fields have a tough run home. They've got to play 3 of the top 5, and I believe one of those 5 might even be Old Brighton.
Yep.
So there's a chance to rein in some points there. Big opportunity. Obviously, that needs to hold true. The T's need to hold on and win, of course. That could all still change. But first things first for the Fields. They've got to find a way to win this one.
Absolutely, they do. And has a great chat with those guys at half-time.
It was a great chat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really good to have some players' insight. The statement of the day was when Tom Williams said, "We're trying to
put some pace on the ball."
My goodness!
I dread to think what will happen if they succeed with that.
Exactly.
I'll have lost track of. I've lost track of the ball about a dozen times already today. I'll have no hope of calling this second half if they manage to succeed there.
But what he said is 100% right. They probably need just to take it down one notch and just maintain possession a little bit more, because it just feels at stages they're one kick or an overuse of handball away from a turnover, and this is going to be a game defined by turnovers and scores from turnover as well. So that needs to be, because the Blacks left a few on the table out there that quarter.
Indeed they did, yeah. 80% of how they're going still probably quick enough. They just take a bit of pace off the way they play and just make sure of the decisions that they're making.
Yeah, so
they'll still be well placed.
No, everyone's set out there. They're just waiting for, I don't know.
I don't know what they're waiting for.
No, here we go.
Waiting for us to finish the halftime show thanks to Life Performance Sports Medicine. Second half to begin now. It's University Blacks who lead by 9 points. What have the Fields got? Conway wins the tap out to start the second half. Clever little flick on by Loftus, who came off the back of the square. Gathered by Broderick now. On the right boot, sets a kick inside, attacking 50 and playing in front. And we could be on for a hat-trick here. Tom Sinclair marks 25 metres out directly in front. And we're looking for our third goal in the opening minute of a quarter.
Yeah, how was that set play? Kane Loftus coming off the back of the square. Big sticks, he just taps it to the open space. Everyone clears the runway for him. He comes straight through.
Oh,
so
Sinclair comes in now. Puts it through. Dream start to the second half for the Blacks. And we are 3 for 3 from fast starts. Tom Sinclair's got his second. The Blacks now with a game-high 15-point advantage, 7-8-50 to 5-5-35, and that is on the SCM Financial Group scoreboard. Make your money work for you, Hugo.
Well, start of the first quarter, we had a goal kicked in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Start of the second quarter, it was 55 seconds. This quarter was 38 seconds. Unbelievable, Matty.
I'll tell you what, the up and about we're going to get from the Fields when they kick a goal 15 seconds into the last quarter, Hugo.
I'll tell you what, it's great to see this no side willing to relent, but just have a feel that if Conway can get that hit to advantage like he did before, we could see something here.
The halftime break has done little to quell the fast-paced nature of this game. This head out, though, from Conway, sharked by Elwood, up towards half forward. The target there was Hutchings. The umpire wave play on. Hand pass comes out now. The Blacks will be able to repel. High kick looking for Gray up towards the wing. He couldn't take the mark. It's come loose now. Hand pass inboard looking for Peach. His hand pass goes backwards. McInerney had to flick one over the top. Back to Peach again. Kick was smothered. Trickles towards the boundary line. Stays inside the field of play, though. Elwood dispossessed by Cassidy. Hands it over to Loftus, who was caught in a good tackle by Will that time. Still loose here. Cassidy loops a hand pass over the top and a free kick for a hold on Jack Cassidy, who'll get the ball between wing and half forward for the Blacks. Hugo.
Yeah, something was about to break there. That was just frenetic. The umpire was letting it go, and that's all it takes sometimes. This is giving Caulfield a chance to fold back and make sure there's no easy options here.
So a short little chip to Geddes, who marks in front of Will at half forward.
Hasn't gained a lot of ground there.
Still got 2 kicks from home. Max Geddes runs off the line now. Sets a deep entry looking for Drummond. It gets over the back of him and Grocott, and it goes out of play, out on the full even. Free kick. Yep. And it will be taken by Charlie Earhart in the back pocket for Caulfield.
That far side of the ground, Matty, there's a lot of space out there, and when you get on that half-forward flank, you're very, very deep, so that's why it's hard to bring the ball back in. You'll have to make a concerted effort to get it to the fat side.
Earhart out towards the back flank. Come off hands, gathered here by Kelly. Sweeping hand pass inside to Broderick, who loops one over the top. Now here's Loftus, spins out of trouble, gets away from his man, clips a kick in towards Drummond, who's gone to ground. It's fallen here now, over the top. Kerner receives a hand pass, gives one more to Grocott, who dribbles it home. Slick play from the Blacks. Grocott with his third of the afternoon. And the visitors have flicked the switch here in the third term, and they're accelerating away all of a sudden. 8-8-56 plays 5-5-35. SEN Financial Group scoreboard. The visitors, Hugo, have made their move.
They certainly have, and one man who stepped up in this quarter, but he's been great all day already, Kane Loftus. He's behind everything. He's at the bottom of the pack, calm head out there, and a very influential player. But Blacks, it's good to see them kick consecutive goals as well. We've had not too much momentum, sustained momentum, Matty. And let's just see if Caulfield can't curtail that now.
It's 4 in a row for the Blacks now.
There you go.
They kicked the last 2 of the second quarter, and they've kicked the first 2 of the third. They lead by 21 points now on the SEN Financial Group scoreboard. Conway, front spot. Cooper that time was looking to shark it. He was worried out of it by Stevenson, who goes and applies a second tackle. We'll have it restarted in the centre of Glen Huntly Park. Cassidy got the hands free. Broderick did well, gave it across to Stevenson. Kick up towards centre half forward, knocked away from Earhart out towards the back flank. He follows it up to Charlie Earhart. He was worried out of it though. Now Kaufman has to go. He's got Curnow to contend with. McKenzie with a good tackle on Geddes. And the umpire says, give it to me. And I don't think everyone agreed with that one, Hugo.
No, the gentleman down in front was very opposed to that decision, but I don't think there was much prior opportunity when you basically tackled as you received the ball.
Conway to Cassidy, runs into a brick wall, gives the hand pass back to Geddes. He's got it, he gets it away. Gray, his hand pass was no good. One back here by Caulfield, hands it out to Gibb now, who's got Elwood in support, uses him, kick up the line, looking for Hutchings. Not a great kick. He's got time to gather it though, goes with a hand pass back to Gibb. Can he get away from Grocott? He does. Loops a hand pass over the top. Will kick up towards half forward, straight down the throat of Campbell Moorfield, and the move breaks down for the Fields. And the University Blacks have just managed to power away from them a bit in this third term. All of a sudden, they've kicked the only 2 goals of the quarter. Macking to Cassidy. Still at half back here for University Blacks, though. 5.5 gone in this third term. Blacks lead by 21 points. And now they're just happy to take the sting out of the game, Hugo. We've seen this a few times today.
Yeah, they're controlling the ball at the minute. And they're getting on their turnover there.
Broderick's kicked it straight to Noah Will, who wants to wheel and go quickly. Does so, and Macking was front spot, knocked away from him. This should be a goal coming up here for the Fields. And
it was touched.
Behind on. Gibb can't believe it too, Eddie Gibb. He thought he got a goal. Touched off the boot was the call. And a chance goes begging there for Caulfield. 5-6-36 plays 8-8-56. Great defensive effort there on the goal line for the Blacks.
Yeah, that was just desperation there.
Moorfield steps back into the field of play now. And there's the kick in towards the back pocket. Taken by Broderick, who's had a lot of the ball today. Up towards Conway, who had front spot. No mark or free kick taken. Now McInerney, he goes back with the hand pass. And then Elwood, high kick inside 50 looking for DeBoss. Knocked away from him. Chalkley gets a hand pass away. And now they've got a bit of run once again to the Blacks. Sweeping pass in towards the centre of the ground. A nice kick out to Driscoll. Still got 2 kicks from home is Driscoll. What does he do? Numbers flood back now. He's happy to just kick it central. And then Chalkley sets it up towards full forward. Beautiful pass to Grocott. The movement off the ball, superb. The kick perfect. The play terrific from the Blacks.
No, that was excellent ball movement by the Blacks. And then just that ability not to panic and just bomb the ball forward, wait for something to open up, which it generally did. And that was just poor marking down there to allow Grocott that little bit of space and mark that one unattended.
He's proving the difference, Matty Grocott. He's already kicked one in this term. He's kicked 3 for the match. 3 straight, if you can believe, Hugo. He's only kicked 7 for the season coming into today. This for 4 for Grocott. And I shouldn't have mentioned the 3 straight.
I was going to say, every time you comment on someone's really good record, it mozzes them straight away.
8-9 plays 5-6.
The kiss of death, Donald.
Yes, well, it's we normally reserve that for the tips. Now doing it in front of goal too. Kick up towards the back flank, knocked away. Ernest was there. Gathered by Elwood. He's caught a good tackle by McNamara though. Very good tackle from McNamara, holding the football. McNamara's ball. The Blakes can launch this back inside, attacking 50.
He's got a real element of desperation all over the ground, the Blacks. You can just see how important this game is for them. They just need to maintain this.
And then McNamara goes in at side 50 looking for Grocott. Is that a mark?
He's paid it.
Yes, it is. Matt Grocott's got it on the half-forward flank. We'll just see if he's got the distance within him, though.
Yeah, that's a decent kick, Matty, and a tough angle as well.
Very tough
very
angle.
Wide.
He's going to open up the face there. He's going to centre it. He won't go for goal. He's looking for Drummond. Knocked away. Hacked out of there by McKenzie. A full-on volley. The World Cup's not left us just yet. Was Grocott infringed? He was. He'll get another go, Grocott. A little closer in and a slightly better angle this time. This may tempt him to have a shot. We'll see what he does when he gets the football.
Well, both the big boys are down there in Conway and Drummond for the Blacks.
So he's kicked 3 goals, 1 today, Matt Grocott.
Oh, really?
Yes, he has. I can't remember the point he kicked.
No.
9 minutes into the third term. They lead by 21 points, the Blacks. Grocott is going to have a shot. Opens things up on the left boot. He strikes it magnificently.
What a goal!
What a wonderful kick from Matt Grocott. His 4th of the afternoon. And it's all Blacks in the third. 27 points the lead. 9-9-63 plays 5-6-36.
The goal umpire did not move, Matty. That was an amazing execution on goal and just maintains that dominance that the Blacks have brought to the table in this quarter. We've barely seen the ball in Caulfield's forward half, let alone some clear passages of play. So the Blacks have come out after half-time and have dominated this contest in this quarter with 10 minutes on the board. They've put a handy lead on.
3-1 to 1 behind. I told you Grocott's been kicking well today. Conway to Stevenson and passes back to Kelly, who weaves in and out of traffic. Spears a kick up towards half forward. Good mark taken. Out of the ground there was Driscoll. Now what does he do? Field's getting numbers back. Driscoll is just going to go long in towards the pocket for Grocott. Was knocked away from him by Earhart that time. Ernest gathers it inside the field of play, but is taken over the boundary line moments after. Will be tossed back in.
But still in a very dangerous spot for the Caulfield at the moment. So they are under siege down here, the Caulfield Blacks, and they are just getting no reprieve at the minute.
Conway against Peach in the ruck. Peach might have actually won the hit out that time, a rarity today. Loftus gives the hand pass back. Now it's Ernest who's got it with a bit of space. Goes with a centering kick and then taking no chances there was Charlie Earhart. A double fist out of play. Boundary throw in
a more dangerous spot.
Yes.
So it's really important for Caulfield to get some hands on the ball, try and maintain a bit of possession. They might just have to take their earnest nature that they've got to try and get too much speed on the ball and just spend 5 minutes maintaining possession.
So toss that back in right up against the point post. Oh, and a driving tackle there from Cassidy, who's been good today. Going to assume he was a late inclusion. Conway Flicked it back. Stevenson taking a tackle. Loftus on the left boot. Swings it towards goal. Drummond! No! Put it down to the last. He had 2/3 of it. The umpire wave play on. Panopoulos was there. Comes out now. And then it was Grocott again. He's been busy today. Goes and applies the tackle. Ball comes loose. Driscoll taken down by Dudley. Umpire wave play on. And then McInerney's in there. He falls on top of Curnow. And he's taken over the boundary line for a throw in. It's all happening at Glen Huntly Park, Hugo.
It certainly is. The intensity and pressure of both teams is excellent, and it's great to watch, Matty.
Oh, it's a beautiful contest, this one today. It's going to be tossed up rather than tossed in, and it has gone back to a dangerous location. Was Drummond held, and then Ehud getting a hand pass away. It was an interesting hand pass. Oh. The kick up the line is wide and out of bounds on the full. And get ready, Hugo, you're going to get a kick. No, the footy didn't quite get to you. It'll be tossed back here to Max Geddes, who's got it on the left half forward flank. We're right behind the kick.
Have a shot, Maxie, have a shot!
Is he going to listen to Coach Higginbotham? He is going to set her up to a dangerous location. Oh, big fly Conway. Couldn't complete it. High kick out of there. Defensive 50. Anywhere will do. And it's landed fortuitously onto the chest of Lofton, who marks on the half-back flank. They got it to jail there to the Fields. Archie Lofton, who was terrific in the second term, goes with a long kick down the line. DeBoz couldn't complete it. Come off hands. Now Webster hands it over the top. Here's Lackman. A chance now for the Fields. He's been corralled. He's got to go back with a hand pass to DeBoz, who goes with a centering kick inside 50. Low dart. Lands quite nicely here for Gibb, who snaps. And it's bounced across the face. And that was another missed opportunity for Eddie Gibb in this third term. 5-7 plays, 9-9 on the CSM Financial Group scoreboard.
It was good movement up the ground and able to get that shot on goal, but that was a much-needed goal against the flood that they're up against at the moment. And they need to effect a turnover here now and try and keep a bit of front half footy.
It's barely been in there attacking half this quarter, Hugo. As the kick comes in, McInerney was there, gathered by Cassidy, goes back with a hand pass to Broderick. Kick up the line towards a one-on-one over the head of Sinclair. The race is on. Who will get there first? It'll be one here by the Fields. The hand pass to Ehud was good. And then a kick up the line from Ehud is wide, out on the full. The pressure is mounting on the Fields' back six.
And there's a bit of something going on over there, Matty. I'll move away from the... umpire being a bit officious with the location of the man on the mark.
Yep. No, I'm glad I've got you here, because I got no idea from that point. Can't even tell you who's kicked that one down the line.
Oh, the umpire's gone down.
The umpire's taking a tumble.
Yeah, he's doing his pants fell down a little bit too.
But Broderick's taking the mark. He waits no time. He goes in towards full forward. Goes over the head of Grocott down there. Panopoulos and Elwood. And the boundary line beats all comers out of play. It'll be tossed back in right up against the point post again for the Blacks. Right underneath the scoreboard that says they lead 9-9, 63 to 5-7, 37 with nearly 15 gone in the third. Restart here. Conway flicked it back to Broderick, who snaps! And he's got a goal! Broderick with a beauty! Terrific finish from Harry Broderick. A goal of the day for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management. Stoppage work was outstanding from Conway and then from Broderick. And the Blacks have got another 4 goals for the term.
Well, Matty, we have absolutely had everything there today. We had the boundary umpire going A over T. We've had dangerous tackles. We've had everything with the ball slingshotting from end of the ground. Now we see Broderick just with a great rove and an excellent finish on goal there. And the value of pressure in your forward half, not frantically taking the game on at reckless pace, but controlling it at every stage in this quarter.
2 of the Field's best for the day combining there. Conway and Broderick, an outstanding goal from inside 50 stoppage. And Loftus wins the clearance. They are not done yet here, the Blacks. Kick up towards half forward, bouncing football. No one's anywhere near it. It's taken forever anyone to get to the ball. Ehud was there. So too was Grocott. Comes out now. Flying snap towards goal. Will land in the square. Sinclair flew. Couldn't complete the mark. Falls to McKenzie, who runs his full measure. Drives a kick up towards the back flank. Bouncing ball gathered by Kaufman. Steps inside nicely. Gives a hand pass back now to Webster. Loops one over the top. They've got a bit of space here. And Webster's going to receive it once more. Goes with a hand pass to Pete. Caught by Kelly. Ran straight into trouble. And the number 40 locks things up at half forward here for the Fields.
Yeah, you just feel that was one handball too many, Matty. He had time and space there, could have affected an entry kick.
Drummond tapped that one down. Broderick again. High up towards half forward. Sinclair's the target. Peach was there too. Rode by Grocott. Goes unguarded. He goes around the body. It's a bouncing football. McInerney's going to lead this back to the ball. But here's a chance for McNamara. Gives a hand pass back to Sinclair. Goal! Another one! 3 for Sinclair. The Blacks can't be stopped. 6 goals for the corner. 17 minutes gone. They are on a tear, the visitors. They are sprinting away from the relegation zone at the moment. 11-9, 75 to 5-7, 37. 6 goals won to 2 behinds for the corner. It's the premiership quarter, Hugo, and they are making it count.
Absolutely, Matty. So we had a chain of perfect possession from Caulfield down the wing, 1 handball too many, and just a clearance. And we have slingshotted to the goal face. And they have put on one of their best performances so far of the year.
Indeed, they have, the Blacks. What a statement quarter it's been. Neither ruck getting a hand to it there. And then it was Cooper who took Cassidy in a strong tackle. Tell you what, that midfield group, Cassidy, Broderick, Loftus, they've been superb for the Blacks today. Cooper gathered it. Elwood, his hand pass was charged down. Ernest was there. Gathered once more. And then Broderick once again gives it away. Cassidy was partially run down. I don't know if it was a tackle though. Umpire Wade play on. Falls now for short. High kick up towards half forward. Comes off hands. Here's Quinn Cooper again. Caught by Macking. Robertson joins in to lend a hand. And the umpire calls for it again.
So we just noticed that I think it was Cassidy stayed down for a little while after that big tackle, that run-down tackle, but he's up and moving.
Hutchings, Cooper. I thought the ball was going to be jammed in there. It's coming out. The umpire waves play on. He's short. Sweeps a hand pass in board. Didn't quite find McInerney. Scrubbers a little kick inside 50. Oh, what a pick up there by Loftus. And then slides the hand pass out now to Ernest, who's got room to move, and he runs. And he takes on his man. Kaufman, a good tackle. Ernest still managed to get the hand pass away, but it's been won back here now by McInerney, who gives it to McGrath, who goes with a kick up towards full. DeBoss with a beauty. What a one-handed grab from DeBoss.
Jeez.
We've seen some good one-handers today.
We have. Is that up there with the other marks, you think, Matty?
We've had some good ones today. Lofton in the second term to Boz that time. And I'll tell you what, for the Fields, this must go through. This is a must.
Absolutely. So you just see that bounce by Ernest on the wing. Completely unnecessary.
Yeah, just overdoing it a bit.
Exactly. Every time one team overdoes it a little bit, they give the ascendancy to the opposition.
Their only multiple goal scorer for the day, Will DeBoss. He's kicked 2. I won't mention how many points he's kicked. He still hasn't kicked one. 3 straight for Julian DeBoss today. And boy, do the Fields need that. Margin back to 32 points on the SCM Financial Group scoreboard. Make your money work for you. Only led by 9 at half-time, the Blacks. It's been quite a dominant third term, but the Fields have got one against the flow.
Yeah, absolutely. Geez, they needed that one. It was a run of goals, and you just see you've got to stay in your lane sometimes and do the easy things and do them well. We call it simple brilliance. You don't have to overdo it sometimes. I know you can get caught up and caught away with these things, but first option is always best option and easiest option.
Conway, to Broderick. Slides a hand pass out to Ernest. It wasn't a great bounce for him, and he didn't really want to take possession of the ball. And it gives the Caulfield defenders an opportunity to just converge around him and lock things up.
What they have to do is figure out how they're going to get the ball off Conway here.
Conway flicks that one back, and Broderick's going to run onto it again. Tell you what, the chemistry between those two today in particular.
Yeah, electric.
Back to Ernest, up towards half forward. Kerno flew, couldn't complete the mark, knocked forward. Gathered here now by Driscoll. Goes with a hand pass back. Stevenson with a kick inside 50 is a beauty to Gray. Geez, the vision was so good there from Stevenson.
Yeah, just the composure there, just to find that loose player. They didn't panic there, the Blacks. They clear possession every time. It wasn't transferring pressure onto the next player, and then they were able to effect that. So another shot on goal.
There's 6 goals, 3 for Max Gray this season. 3 of them came in the University Derby just a few weeks ago. He'll be striking this from the paint of 50. He gets close to the man on the mark, and it's meant that he's hooked the kick as a result out to the left. 2 behinds today for Max Gray. 33 points, the advantage for the Blacks. 11-10, 76 plays 6-7-43 on the SCM Financial Group scoreboard. As the Fields bring the ball back into play, Peach goes up towards the wing through the hands of Macking. He's had a funny old day in the air as away, Macking. Cassidy gives the hand pass back, and it's O'Brien who's just happy to see that one out of play for a boundary throw-in. Can't recall any intercept marks for away Macking today, which is very unusual.
Yeah, he's been very quiet, but you have those days some days. He is an amazing player and a great feature of the VAFA to watch the away Macking show when it's on show.
Oh, indeed it is. Conway used the body well. His kick was smothered up towards half forward. McNamara, lovely little tap on, sets them away again. High kick to fall forward. Grocott is there! He is the man with the Midas touch today. Matty Grocott made that look effortless against Earhard.
And Earhard did everything right there, as a defender should do. The only thing he did was give away front spot, but he was just able to affect the body enough, and that was an excellent mark.
Goes with the outside of the left boot. Matty Grocott hasn't brought it back enough. 4 goals, 2 for Grocott this afternoon. 11-11, 77 plays 6-7-43 on the SCM Financial Group scoreboard. We might go around the grounds, Hugo, for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management while we retrieve the ball from Caulfield Racetrack.
We've got Uni Blues 61, sorry. Old Halebury 128. Now Old Scotch 6-7-43. Trail St Kevin's 6-8-44. St Bernard's 45 points, trailing Old Zab 61 points, and Trinity 7-8-50, leading Old Brighton 5-4-34. So interesting, Matty.
No, it is all to play for around the ground. That kick found Moorfield on the bounce. He was trying to claim the mark. The umpire had none of it.
As you would every time, because you know you're going to get held up and not going to get a free against you. So just slow the play down a little bit.
They've worked this one up to the wing in the meantime. From the kick in, he had the Fields. Loftus beaten to it there by Gibb on that occasion. Gives the hand pass away to Elwood. He's looking for Cooper Quinn, and that's gone out of play. Or Quinn Cooper. I knew I was going to get that wrong eventually. Cooper Quinn, Quinn Cooper.
Yeah, that's all right.
Both roll off the tongue very nicely, Hugo.
They do.
Lasso free kick in the meantime. Or Dairy Queen, in the words of Petchy. He's got a couple of mentions today.
The great Simon Petch. Haven't seen him for a while.
No, kick up towards half forward on a good mark from Josh Hutchings. That's a beauty of an intercept mark. We haven't seen many intercept marks today, Hugo, but that was a good one.
They need to do something with this now. You can't turn it over.
Kick out towards Earhard, and that's out of the full. That's out of the full. And the boundary umpire was nowhere near it, so he couldn't tell. But I tell you what, we were in a perfect position, and he almost marked that on the home straight to the racetrack at Earhard.
Yes.
And he goes down the line. That's going to flirt with the boundary line too, and it will go out of play, and we might get another kick here. Oh, that was, well, they got away with one there, the Fields.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was miles out. But if you don't see it, you don't see it.
No, that's correct.
So tossed in here at half forward for the Blacks in the meantime. Conway front spot. Broderick again. Touch off the boot, so this mark won't be paid. Pack of players fly for it. Gathered here by St Clair. He looks to snap it centrally. Bouncing football. Who's going to get there first? Geddes. Will it sit for him? It does. He goes with a hand pass back to Chalkley, who sets Sal into the pocket. Is that Grocott again who's marked it? He's everywhere.
He was 20 metres clear from anyone in the pocket there.
And he opens up the face mat, Grocott, for goal number 5! Grocott's got a handful, and he's proving a handful.
That's amazing. One, how did he get so free? And two, just open the face up there and just slot that like he's shelling peas, Matty.
Well, he's done that a number of times. He's opened up the face today from that position, and they haven't wised up to it of the Fields.
No,
he's going to do that every time.
Correct, because he's in the pocket that suits the left footer. All he has to do is just open up the face slightly, which he did. So that's probably a little bit of the youth, and probably no strong leader down there in the back half for Caulfield, where the back half of the Blacks have got Campbell Moorfield, probably one of the greatest defenders in the competition and one of the greatest leaders too. But an excellent execution there.
Broderick's going to get it again. He was dispossessed. That was a good tackle from Gibb holding the ball. The Blacks kicked 6 goals in the first half. They've kicked 6 in this quarter. Been a remarkable turn from them. Good kick from Gibb up towards Lofton, who was impeded. Free kick. Free kick here for Archie Lofton, who was terrific in the second quarter, but
barely been sighted in this third, Hugo.
Yes, no, it was an important kick, this one. Get one against the tide, just get one back. We're deep into the third quarter. And why does it always happen like this? So the Blacks have kicked a heap of goals this quarter, so I've got to go to the Caulfield's three-quarter time huddle. Couldn't go to the Blacks huddle where they had a good quarter.
Just do that again. Thanks, boys.
Yeah.
And you got to ask the tough questions.
Oh, exactly.
Archie Lofton, he's already kicked one today. Now what's going on? It's going to he's probably going to get a second now.
It's gone the other way.
It's been reversed, has it?
It's gone to the Blacks.
And it means that the kick is going to be taken where Lofton was, and it's going to be away.
There's still a scrap going on down there.
Yeah, it's actually exited the field of play, that scrap. I don't know what the free kick was for, but it's clearly some illegal infringement.
Sats would be absolutely furious with that. You've gone from having a shot on goal when you've had your pants pulled down in the quarter to get one back, and now you've turned it over.
Yep. No, it's been a very disappointing term from the Fields. The Blacks just happy to chip it around again. Moorfield, the skipper, goes with the switch out to Kelly on the back flank. They led by 9 points at halftime. The Blacks, they lead now by 40. They have put the foot to the floor. They've shown no mercy in this third term. Kelly was the target. It was a good spoil, though. Lands here for DeBoss. The goal's unguarded. He sets Salva home, and the kick's offline. Now Julian DeBoss has kicked a point. 3 goals, 1 for him today. And that lead is now 39 points on the SEM Financial Group scoreboard. And the Blacks bring it back in. Chalkley's got it now on the back flank. Hands it forward. Here's Ernest. Runs his full measure. Drives a kick up towards half forward. It's an ill-directed one, and it was always going to favour Hutchings, who's taken an easy intercept mark. And he goes back to McInerney at centre half back. Called to go now, and steps around his man nicely. Just McInerney sends a kick out towards the far wing. DeBoss used the body well, brought it to ground. Now short. He's got Macking for company. Does well. Little kick over the top. And then DeBoss tries to use the body against Loftus, but missed him completely. And Boss had eyes for the football the whole way. Hands it over to Conway. Back to Loftus. Goes with a kick in towards the centre of Glen Huntly Park. Bouncing football now. Who will this favour? Should suit the Fields. They've got the numbers and they've got a bit of space here. Backwards with the hand pass now. Dudley goes with a kick down the line looking for McGrath. Cruel bounce for him. He's got Sinclair to contend with. And now McGrath goes to ground. Sinclair falls on top of him. I got no idea what's happening now.
Just handball the ball.
Thank you, Hugo Higginbotham. And then someone from the Blacks, I'm going to assume, has kicked it up towards half forward. Oh, good flying attempt in the end. No mark taken. Falls in now for the Fields. Kick to Kaufman. Drop the mark. Goes with a hand pass inboard. They've got some run here now. Gibb got it that time from Cooper. Goes inside attacking 50. Going back with a flight. Oh, Hankin. Lovely mark taken there from Hankin at centre half forward.
Well called, Matty. That was frenetic pace and ball movement there. So a very good one-handed mark taken there by Spencer Hankin, who is a very, very big kick of the ball. So you back him in to either get it right to the point of the square or even kick the goal here. So if he's backing himself, he's gone for a very long run.
One-handed marks have been the theme of the day.
He's gone back that far that he'll have to run further than he had the whole time that I coached him at Elstonwick. Wasn't the greatest trainer, Spencer. But, you got the result, you got the score on the board.
Well, we'll see about his set shot kicking here, Hugo. He strikes it into the middle of the mark. Yeah, you didn't teach him how to kick for goal, Hugo. No, Kick's been smothered. And the Blacks will win it back. Kelly, he had a bit of a fumble there. And then it's Lackman who gives it away. Here's another chance, though, for him. He goes with the outside of the boot. And he's got this one. You taught him how to go with the outside of the boot, though, Hugo. Hankin with the goal. Well, he won't bother with the set shots going forward. That's his second.
Yeah, well, he had to make up, didn't he?
Shades of Alex Emery at University Oval earlier this season.
Correct.
Hangin's got 2. Badly needed goal for the Fields in the shadows of three-quarter time. We've ticked over 30 minutes gone, and it's a 33-point lead to the Blacks. 12-11-83 to 7-8-50.
Yes, you wouldn't think there's very long to go in this quarter now, but a little bit of momentum gone the Caulfield's way. So a clearance here would be very interesting, and another one before three-quarter time. I don't think any margin's too big for them with the frantic way they play.
And around the ground for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management, James Stewart has 7 to three-quarter time.
Wow.
We're on 10 watch again.
10, yes, 10 watch.
He has got a 9.
He has. We called that
already this season.
We called that 9. 9-1 he kicked that day.
And that was an around-the-corner point that was a very unnecessary attempt at goal.
We have long memories here at the VAFA. Three-quarter time, the siren goes. What a turn from the Blacks. They led by 9 points at halftime. They lead by 33 at the final break. They kicked 6 goals 3 to 2 goals 3. And they've got a very handy advantage as we turn for home. Hugo Higginbotham for Hit IQ and their game-changing protect concussion management system. Your thoughts on a dominating third term from the visitors?
Yeah, thanks, Matty. Everything went right for the Blacks then. You can just see they played a lot of good forward half football, and it was excellent execution on goal, especially from Grocott. But it was an element of them not caring who kicked the goals. So it was good. They need to get a bit more of that in the last quarter, but we just saw from Caulfield that they're never out of the contest or out of the game. So that goal by Hankin late, that was very valuable. So you just wonder, is this margin too much? But with the frenetic way they play, we'll have to see in the last quarter, Matty, as I get mobile.
We'll find out indeed, Hugo. You'll go into the Caulfield Grammarian tunnel. We'll hear from Paul Satterley on the other side of the three-quarter time break. The goal kickers to this point for the Blacks, Matthew Grocott with 5, Tom Sinclair with 3, and then singles to Jack Drummond, Kane Loftus, Harry Broderick, and then Achilles Panopoulos for the Fields. 3 to Julian DeBoss, 2 to Spencer Hankin, and then singles to Archie Loughnan and Josh Hutchings. Three-quarter time here at Glen Huntly Park. It is the University Blacks by 33 points on VAFA. William Buck, Premier Men's Match of the Day here on VAFA.com.au and the SEN app. Stick around, the final term coming up right after this.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
Are you thinking about pulling on the boots and having a kick in 2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the VAFA. Australia's largest senior footy competition has teams suited to all ages and experience, from under-19s to seniors. Log on to vafa.com.au, check out our club directory and find a club near you.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals Luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Hird and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch, beverage package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at vafa.com.au. Don't miss out on one of the biggest events on the VAFA calendar.
Hey guys, at GYG we never compromise on the quality of our food. That's why we only serve 100% free-range chicken. We're on a mission to reinvent fast food, because who said fast food had to be bad food? Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for one male and one female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
Three-quarter time here at Glen Huntly Park. You are listening to VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 13 footy on vafa.com.au and SEN's Match of the Day. It is the University Blacks who lead by 33 points over Caulfield Grammarians, 12-11-83 to 7-8-50. 50. The Blacks kicking 6 goals to 2 in the quarter to turn a 9-point half-time advantage into their current lead of 33 points. We'll head now down to the Caulfield Grammarians huddle. Paul Satterley, the coach, addressing his charges ahead of a big final quarter.
Back. Hutch, come into the ruck for us. I'm putting Huey in there as well. I'm asking now, let's put the foot on the pedal here.
Come on, boys.
Let's be smart with what we're doing, though. Let's complement it with execution. We've spoken about that. Drive your legs, be smart, be quick. Let's just see where it takes us.
That was Caulfield Grammarians coach Paul Satterley there addressing his players at three-quarter time. A big last quarter for them, a 33-point deficit for them to run down. Just trying to find Hugo. If he has got Paul Satterley, he does. We'll go down there now.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. You got Sats here. That quarter probably didn't go your way.
Disappointing, yeah.
What needs to change in this quarter to get back on your terms?
We need ball in our hands. That helps as a starting point. And I thought we just didn't challenge them at all. Missed some absolute sitters, undisciplined. So, I think our execution today has been below par. And I think if we can fix all that, and let's just see if we actually put some pressure on them and get around each other and show some energy, we might even challenge them. Who knows?
First goal's very important.
Yeah. We gave them 2 in 3 minutes, so can't have that happen again.
Best of luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you for that there, Hugo, and for Paul Satterley as well, the Caulfield Grammarians coach. That huddle, brought to you by the SEN Financial Group. For nearly 40 years, they've helped their clients achieve their wealth and business ambitions. And this last quarter brought to you by E&S Kitchen and Bathroom, proud new principal partner of the University Blacks in 2026. E&S is one of Australia's most trusted for kitchen and bathroom since 1962, bringing dream homes to life. The start of the final term here, the Blacks lead by 33 points. Can they hold on, or will the Fields find a way? We begin with Conway winning the hit out to begin the last term. Gathered here by Stevenson. Sends his kick inside 50 towards full forward. And we're going to have a look at 4 from 4, Hugo. You wouldn't dream about it.
Well, you would, but that's 22 seconds, 26 seconds are gone.
Free kick for the Blacks, and I think this is Grocott again.
It can't be.
He'll turn his back on his out. It is Matty Grocott. He's going for goal number 6, Hugo.
Unbelievable, Matty. Unbelievable. And we're on track for our world record fastest goal in this game.
So Matty Grocott, he's kicked 5 already in the third term. He's 25 metres out, barely able to speak of. And he's got half a dozen as Matty Grocott. 6 on the day. And a dream start to the final term for the Blacks. And we go 4 from 4, Hugo.
Unbelievable, Matty.
Goals in the opening minute of the quarter. 13-11-89. That's a beautiful score, Hugo. 7-8-50. Caulfield Grammarians. 39 points, the lead for the Blacks.
Yes, well, and they've got quicker each quarter. It's amazing. You just don't get that, Matty, in football. Well, we've just got it there. But that didn't really...
I can't think of a game where that's happened.
Nah, nor can I. I'm sure it probably has, but let's just say it hasn't. It hasn't on our watch.
It hasn't happened for at least a week.
No, correct.
Conway grabs this one out of the ruck. He's caught by Hutchings. How he got rid of the football there. Elwood looks to give the hand pass alongside Kaufman. Had a bit of a fumble. Stevenson gives the hand pass back now. Kicked up the line towards the wing. Drifting in from the side. McInerney cuts that one out. He goes with the kick inboard. It's a good one to give.
Yeah, brave as well.
This is what they've got to do, the Fields.
Yep, wow.
Got no choice now. Kick out wide and then a little kicking board to McKenzie, who's in a bit of space. Almost within range here, McKenzie. Instead of going for goal, he looks to hit up the lead. Went over the head. Here's Lofton. Caught by Macking. Caught high by Macking. Free kick for Lofton.
Yeah.
It's just not been away Macking's day, Hugo.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. But umpire Merv was right on the scene there. And it did appear to me that he grabbed him around the arm, but umpires know best.
So, Archie Lofton was very good in the second term, took a couple of beautiful marks, kicked the goal.
Beautiful.
Really were beautiful and beauties.
I think you invented a word there.
For his second, Lofton. And 30 out.
There he goes.
Puts it through. 1 down. As long as they're prepared to take the game on the fields, you can't write them off. 8-8-56, the 13-11-89 margin back to 33 points on the E&S Kitchen and Bathroom scoreboard.
No, that's correct. They will continue to take the game on because one of the players at the three-quarter time huddle before we came down there with our extended ad break, we'll have to have a word about that.
Yes.
He said we'd rather lose by 11 goals not have a chance of winning the game, which is the right attitude to take. They made their mistakes, had a really poor quarter in the third, but that was off the back of that really brave kick into the middle of the ground that they executed. So Sats asked for execution, and he got execution there, and then resulted in a goal.
Conway, that's a big lead. That might be the leap of the day. Looking for Loftus. Mackenzie's in there. And I mean, if the Fields, whether it's finals or avoiding relegation, they need wins rather than percentage, because their percentage is not in a good spot at the moment. They'll take the 4 points. And if they suffer a percentage hit in the pursuit of 4 points, then so be it. Good attack on the ball there from McInerney. Won it and set it inside 50. Loughnan, good spoil there from Macking. Straight to Broderick. That was a beautiful spoil from Macking. Goes out towards the wing, over the back. Driscoll can run onto this one now. He's got a couple of fields to contend with. Some support arrives in St Clair. Caught by Dudley. The umpire calls for it between wing and half forward for the Blacks.
So it was an amazing punch by Away Macking. That was virtually a possession.
Great spoil, yeah.
Yeah, he just gave him a bit of forward impetus. And as a result, they're up on the half-forward flank. Well, they were.
Mackenzie with the outside of the boot. There is Macking with an intercept mark. So we can tick that one off the bingo card. He's had a good minute away, Macking. Short kick to McNamara.
Are you a one bingo card player or two? You play two at once?
No, I've got enough going on that I don't have any bingo cards, really. It was just a cliche.
Okay.
Stevenson marks on the wing.
I have a habit of taking things literally.
Goes with a kick up towards half forward. Players fall on top of it. Here's McInerney again. Squeezes a kick away, but no good. Ball one back here for the Blacks. Hand pass across to Broderick. Robertson. What does he want to do? He fans another one across to Gray. Goes with a kick up towards half forward.
It's good mark.
It was. Loftus again. With a centering kick. Beautiful pass. And now O'Brien. Wormburner up towards half forward. Stevenson over to Moorfield. Goes with the kick out towards St Clair. Gathered on the bounce. Back with a hand pass inboard and a kick to Moorfield. It's not a mark. Umpire waves play on. High kick. Good use of the body there from St Clair. He can't get away from Peach. Umpire wave play on. Hand pass comes out to McNamara. Flying snap at goal. Offline. Not far away at all, Hugo. Sebastian McNamara just misses.
Right. And talking of bingo, Matty, how do you make 40 old ladies swear? Yell out bingo.
I was worried that was going to go into the petchy realms of joke telling there.
I actually cleaned that one up. For those of you who know that joke, and that joke's about 200 years old.
Oh, I don't. And he's just kept me a bit guarded, his Petchy, with some of his material this year.
Understandable.
Meanwhile, you're going to have to tell me what's going on here, because I've lost sight of that. Is that a
it's going
Blacks
back.
ball?
It's a Blacks ball. They're retrieving it from the crowd. As the sun lays down on the ground. It's a beautiful afternoon.
It threatened to be a pretty miserable day at the footy, but it's not been too bad, actually, all things considered.
No excuses in that respect.
No. Meanwhile, play resumes with the kick back to Chalkley. There's an interesting kick down the line, looking for Curnow, gathered by Gray over the back, around the body, inside 50. There was St Clair, knocked away from him, and then Peach looping a hand pass across. Here's McInerney. And now Cooper, back to McInerney. Good run here from the fields. Sweeping hand pass, just missed McGrath. It's at half forward all of a sudden. Good use of the body there by Geddes. Sidesteps his man. Kicks in towards centre half, back to Robertson with a raking kick up towards the half forward flank. An absolute beauty for Curnow, who goes with a clipping ball into the pocket. Flick back from St Clair. Loftus is there in the pocket now. He and Drummond looking to win the ball back. A good tackle though. And then it's taken out of play for a boundary throw-in, I think it might be, or is it a ball up?
No, I think it's a boundary.
Ball up.
Ball up.
Drummond. Gathered here by Loftus. Outside of the boot, Kane Loftus. Oh, that's too good. He is so good, Kane Loftus. His second goal of the afternoon. And that might just about do it for the Blacks. 14-12-96 to 8-8-56. An even 40-point margin here at Glen Huntly Park.
I think you might be right with that one, Matty. I know we do have a habit of going early here, but I think that sort of margin, that's a bit of a nail in the coffin in that respect. It's a long way back, considering they've only kicked 56 points for the day, Caulfield. So I think that's pretty... Now, here's something interesting. I think Kane Loftus has been a four-quarter performer. Just talking about potential candidates for the Skins
player of the game, yes. Well, the most coveted cap in the game. The Skins cap. Someone will have to pose for that.
Well, Matthew Grocot's kicked 6.
Yes.
Kane Loftus has been a four-quarter performer. So this will give us something to deliberate as this game plays out.
No, that's going to be an interesting battle as well. And tell you what, there'll be a stack of honourable mentions as well. Conway, Broderick have been terrific. Moorfield, it's been a great battle, him and DeBoss.
Yeah. So, yes, it's something to ponder.
How many goals do you think Grocott needs to make it safe?
Well, you blokes didn't give Kazicki when he kicked 7.
No.
So, quite second half.
Hang on, you blokes.
Yeah, I
don't have a say in the Skins player of the game. This is all the expert commentator.
You're the captain of the commentary team.
I steer the ship, but I don't. Yes. I'm not told where to steer it.
What are you, just a bus driver then?
Kick up towards half forward.
Just go on the route, whichever way you prefer.
Chalkley with a kick across to Moorfield. The bus is too rich for my blood, Hugo.
Is it?
Kick down the line to Ernest at the back flank.
Every time I catch a bus, it never turns up. Hey, do you have to fail as a taxi driver to be a bus driver, or fail as a bus driver to be a taxi driver? Which way is it? Because they're both horrible.
That might be one we have to debate on the VAFA's official podcast for the love of the game during the week, Hugo, if you'll join us.
Not sure this week.
I haven't heard if Braden May is available alongside myself, Matthew Donald and Jason Bennett.
Yeah, we haven't really plugged that today, so nice little segue there, Matty, to get that one in. Let's tick that box.
Yep, good. I like chalking them off. If we were playing bingo, tick that one off too.
Yeah.
Trickling out towards the wing. This one's gone out of play and be a boundary throw in. After all that, the Blacks just happy to take the sting out of the game now and chip it around. They've done all the hard work in this second half. They lead by 40 points on the ENS Kitchen and Bathroom scoreboard. So with that in mind, are we saying Loftus is probably leading at the moment?
Well, no. We want to see how the way this quarter plays out. We do have that habit of going early.
Kelly taken down and a good tackle by Cooper, holding the ball, free kick for Caulfield, for Cooper, who hasn't stopped trying today.
No, he's been very good.
Goes with a kick down the line, looking for Lofton, who's going to set himself. Spoil again from Macking. Hand pass from Gray comes out. Now it's Broderick who's going to receive it here. Runs up the line, goes with a high kick up towards half forward. Well marked though by Chris Peach that time, wasting no time either. Switches the play, nice kick to Noah Will, who's got space. Doesn't indulge it a bounce, instead goes up to Elwood at half forward. He too wants to move it quickly. Does so with a long kick to full forward to DeBoss. Good mark. Just had good position behind Moorfield that time. Used the body well and took a pretty simple chest mark in the end.
No, that was excellent. Once again on the back, that was a great intercept mark by Peach, and then he took the game on to advantage to space, clear possession, and executed as well. So when they moved the ball fast and executed, they've been excellent today, Caulfield, but unfortunately it's been too far and few between. But that was very good.
So DeBoss has kicked 3 goals, 1 today. Comes in now on the right boot. Punches at it, but steers it through.
Every time you mention he's kicked 3-1.
You worry a little bit.
Commentators curse.
Every time I talk about the goal kick, an angel's wings veer out to the right. Goal for Will DeBoss. He's got 4 now, just quietly, Julian DeBoss.
Yeah, well,
4 of Caulfield's 9.
Yeah, well, he's not going to get the Skins player of the day. So good. He's done well, though. We might just go around the grounds quick, Matty, because it's getting electric out there. Uni Blues, 15-16, 106. Old Halebury, 128.
15-16?
Yes.
Jeez, they've left a few out
Scotch,
there.
12-8, 80. St Kevin's, 6-10, 46. St Bernard's, 11-5, 71. Old Zabs, 11-8, 74. And Trinity, 7-12, 54. Old Brighton, 8-6, 54. We've got some...
well, we haven't got the close one. Sorry, did you say that the St Bernard's Old Zabs is only kicking that one?
That's exactly what I said. 71-74.
Thought I heard you right.
Yeah.
Tell you what, wouldn't that throw a cat amongst the pigeons there if the Snow Dogs could get up? Broderick with a high kick to fall forward. Was knocked away there in the contest in the goal square. Drummond gives the hand pass back to Crocott. Surely not. Surely not. No, he's missed it. Surely not.
Yeah, correct.
6-3 for Grocott. He kicked 7 goals for the season coming into today. He's kicked 6 in this match. Kick out towards the back flank. Kaufman, it was knocked away from him. Curnow gathers it now. He gets the hands free. Gives a hand pass across. Now here's a chance for McNamara to steady. Straight and score! Seb McNamara. His first goal of the season, and what a beauty it is. And it rubber stamps the University Blacks' dominance here at Glen Huntly Park this afternoon. Ray raised the bat. 15-13, 103 to 9, 862. 13 gone in the final term. And a goal of the day contender for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management.
And every player on the ground went to him except for Xavier Chalkley, who just trotted over and gave him a wave. So I think he's a bit cooked. So
that might be his first goal ever.
Oh, maybe it was, but every player went to him, which you'll love to see.
Yep.
And for the first time in a long time, Uni Blacks have kicked over 100 points too.
Yes.
It's always a good margin to get to. That means you played a really good game of footy. And they, by self-admission, have struggled to get the score on the board. So that would be very pleasing for Dale Bauer.
Yes, he'll be wrapped with the Blacks' performance today. Conway won the hit out there. Hand pass back. Loftus
there he is.
Goes up towards half forward. That might have been a push in the back. The umpire didn't see it. He waved play on. Now mass congestion here on the half-forward flank here for the Blacks. And it's party time for them. 41-point lead here. 14 gone in the final term. This is not only going to be big for the Blacks in terms of a win-loss perspective, this is going to do wonders for their percentage. Oh, the hand pass comes out. McNamara's going to go again. He's got another one. McNamara's got two in a hurry. Oh, he's had a good minute, Seb McNamara. 16-13 to 9-8-62. Party time for the Uni Blacks, Hugo.
Absolutely, it is, Matty. And they came here with a plan and they've executed it perfectly, and they weathered the storm too, because that frenetic start, they were under siege, absolutely under siege. And then after half-time they came out, they composed, they restructured, and they have executed beautifully here.
Round the grounds for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management. Uni Blues at one stage had kicked 12 goals for the match. James Stewart had kicked 10 of them.
He's kicked the 10.
We've got it. He'd kicked 10 of their 12.
Amazing.
Remarkable. It's a one-man show.
It is.
Free kick here for the Fields in the centre of the ground. They're going to waste no time. Kick up towards half forward. Loughnan was the target. Coming in from the side. That's a good mark. The Blacks have repelled again, and that's going to be a mark or a free kick to Geddes. And it's a mark, and I don't think Geddes realised that it was a mark, and he's been penalised for holding the ball. It was a good tackle from Short. I think he thought it was play on. Beautiful kick from Short in towards McKenzie here at centre half forward. Probably just out of range here, Hugh McKenzie. But he
looks a bit undecisive there.
Yeah, he's kind of flirting with the idea of going for goal.
He was waiting for something to open up, but now he's backed himself into a corner here.
He's going to take it on himself, McKenzie. He's going to give it everything from outside 50, the distance, not that comfortably. Out to the right, though. That's a behind from Hugh McKenzie. 9-9 plays 16-13, 16 and a half gone. And this final quarter for Innes Kitchen and Bathroom, a 46-point lead for the Blacks. And by contrast for the Fields, their percentage was already in a bit of trouble. This is not going to help. The Blacks now just happy to chip it around. Big win for them. They'll leapfrog the Fields at the very least, and depending on how the rest of today's results go, they may even kick clear of a couple of other teams in the relegation zone. Depending on how things go in the old Trinity match. Moorfield hands it across. Broderick again. He wants to hand it further afield down the line. Ball's disappeared on me, but raking kick inside, attacking 50. Bounced off the face there of Cooper.
Easy.
And Hutchings takes his man over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Well, scores a level at Trinity Old Brighton, and it's a 2-point ball game. St Bernard's, Old Zabs in the lead at the moment.
Tell you what, if St Bernard's could win that one, I'll tell you that changes the whole dynamic of the relegation race. Toss back in, Drummond front spot. Curnow holding on there. Mayo didn't have the football. Comes out now to Loftus. Play on the call. Neat little flick there from Lackman. And the clearing kick up towards half forward. DeBoss did well against Moorfield there. DeBoss, he had a bit of a fumble there, the big fella, and he's done well to keep his feet. Give the hand pass back to McInerney, who clips it to half forward. The mark taken by Loughnan. I think DeBoss had sights on going for goal there, but once he lost control of the football, that moment passed.
I'll tell you what happened there, Matty. He was stuck on his left foot, and he wasn't that confident on his left foot. He tried to get back on his right, and he just fumbled the ball.
Oh, no, he tried the double step.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, here's a chance again for Archie Loughnan, who's already kicked 2 goals today. But a couple of multiple goal scorers, the Fields. He's kicked 2, as has Spencer Hankin. Julian DeBoss has kicked 4. And Loughnan comes in now and he splits the middle. Nice finish from Loughnan. He's got 3. 10-9, 69. Plays 16-13, 109. Margin back to 40 points.
No, that was reward for effort there. There was some good ball movement through the middle of the ground, and a really good, I think that was actually Spencer Hankin who kicked it to Loughnan then, because I saw the pink boots, or it could be another pink boot wearer, but someone with pink boots kicked that ball. And no, it's really good execution, and great to see that. But unfortunately, the damage has been done here. But it's good to see Caulfield playing it out, which they would need to do.
Indeed. 40 points, the margin. Drummond, Stevenson, gathered by Loftus. Slides the hand pass out to Cassidy, who goes back on the right boot. Goes towards half forward. Bouncing football here. Driscoll hands it over the top, looking for Broderick. Gathered here by Stevenson instead. Back to Geddes. Tracks the boundary line. Hands it inboard, looking for Broderick again. Spun in a tackle. Gets the hand pass away. Good pressure here. Falls to Broderick once more. Gets another hand pass away. Curnow on hands and knees in the goal square. Peach falls on top of him. Then Curnow falls on top of Peach. And the umpire has his whistle and calls for the football at the end of it. Close to goal here for the Blacks. Conway down to Loftus. Can't shrug the tackle. He's pushed into the behind post down there. This is all very close to the line. I think that's going to be another ball up.
They've been very good today, the umpires. They've had a lot to deal with. There's been a lot of congestion, so kept the game going when it needed.
And then Hutchings taken in a tackle.
Also, Burners have hit the front.
Oh, the Snow Dogs are in front around the grounds.
And Brighton are in front.
Well, Brighton have taken the lead against the Tees.
Well, it's got major
ramifications. That's annoying because I tipped the Tees and I didn't tip some Burners. It's going to annoy me.
Yes, good. I'm glad.
Oh, thanks, Hugo. I love you too.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Conway flicks it back. Close to the line again, and that has been scored over the line for rushed behind. That will add to the Blacks' score. It's the Solitary behind their 3rd rush behind of the game. No rushed goals for either side, Hugo.
Oh, thank heavens.
McInerney goes over the top. Cut out by Gray. The counter-attack passes, and he wastes no time. Kicking forward to Cassidy, who's going to go long to full forward. And coming over the top there was Broderick. Couldn't mark it. Paddle get towards the boundary line there was Gibb. Is he happy to see it over? Well, it does go over now, and it will be a boundary throw in.
So it's a great intercept mark there by the Blacks, and really good ball. He's moving forward. They just fight it out as well. So a real good reward for effort for the Blacks today to get this big result here when they came here and they had a job to do.
Ball in dispute here. Pete hacked it off the ground, then Loftus tries to do the same, and a kicking in danger free kick, Hugo, which we don't see much of anymore these days.
No, they're generally reluctant to pay it, the umpires, but I think we've seen every physical free kick possible today.
Yeah, I think that
was a great mark by Merv, the umpire there too, in the play.
Oh,
he's kicked it into Merv!
Terrible kick, and it's fallen down for Drummond, who makes him pay. Well, you said we've seen everything today here, and now we definitely have. That's a gift for Drummond. And we don't have a replay screen.
No.
I don't think Hutchings will want to have a look at that one again.
No, he kicked it fair and square into umpire Merv's backside. It deflected, and Drummond was able to pick up the ball. So
umpire Merv,
jeez,
he's got a stat.
No, and he took a brilliant mark before that. Then, so he's had a big minute.
Oh dear! And that just about sums up the field second half.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? They just haven't come out to play after the half time. But you can only play as well as the opposition lets you sometimes, yes. Matty. And the Blacks have been excellent. I mean, the ball lived in their forward half in that 3rd quarter.
Yeah. They couldn't get it past the halfway line, the Fields. 6 goals the Blacks kicked in the third term. Conway on the tap down. Ernest accelerates away. Curnow couldn't kick it. He was caught well by Ellis. So got a hand pass forward. Gray fighting on. Wanted to get the hand pass away, couldn't. Then he had to go and turn tackler. Still paddled it forward. He did well there, Gray. But straight to a flock of Fields. Hand pass McKenzie, then McInerney. Scrubby little kick up towards half forward. Good attack there from O'Brien. Loops a hand pass forward to Gray again, who goes inboard to Driscoll. And then back to O'Brien, who kept running. He's caught by Ellison. A good tackle. He should be penalised, and he is. Free kick for the Fields. And they'll get this one at half back. And a nice kick up towards Earhart, who was infringed front on contact against McNamara. Have we got a Skins player of the day? Hugo, the Pioneers of compression. Have we decided on that yet?
I think for a 4-quarter performance and kicking 2 goals as well, we're going to go with Kane Loftus today. He has been excellent in the midfield and at half forward. The decision's been made, Matty. The gavel's come down.
Good.
I'll be heading to him after the game, getting the all-important photo with the much-coveted cap on.
It was a turnover from Chalkley in the middle of the ground. The Fields have won it back, and now DeBoz has marked it centre half forward and reckons he's within range. You'll want to make sure he kicks it with his right boot this time.
No, don't go on the left. No, he's been very good today, DeBoz. He's been a shining light up forward for the Fielders, playing on one of the best defenders in the competition, Campbell Moorfield. So he's good.
Kicked 4. 50, not much of an angle to speak of. Jeez, he's kicked that really hard and he's put it right through the middle and it's cleared the line by 10 metres. DeBoz has got 5 and that might be the pick of the bunch.
5, isn't it? Jeez, been busy. Didn't put a cross in.
It's a good battle, that one.
It has been very good.
Moorfield, DeBoz. Obviously the Blacks are going to win. DeBoz has kicked 5. Moorfield's had his moments. Who takes the points in that one?
You'd probably have to say DeBoz. Considering they've only kicked, they've kicked 11 goals for the day, Caulfield. He's kicked half the score virtually. So, yeah. But this has been a big result for the Blacks. You know, that's 31 shots on goal. They've struggled to kick scores. They've been very good in other areas, but this is probably a pretty complete performance for them today in context.
And they've been outstanding.
Oh, look at that. There's Skins player of the day.
Straight to Loftus, who bursts away. He might be within range, Loftus. He sets self a home and he's missed. Anticlimactic.
Absolutely that was. Got no sense of theatre, these players sometimes. That was a highlight reel effort.
Yep. Oh, that was some of my best calling of the day. That was going to go on the socials and all. And now it's just got to be left on the cutting room floor. Fields will bring this back in. McKenzie goes out towards Loftus. There we go. Now, is he going to go for goal this time? No. He's going to look to pass it instead. Turns it over. He might be losing points now. We might have to go back to Grocott.
Grocott's gone missing.
Geddes is in there. And they're all giving each other a big old bear hug there on the half-forward flank. 26 gone in this final term.
St Bernard's lead by 5 points at the Snake Pit over Old Zabs.
What a win that would be. Backing! Oh, he's gone with a spoil. Players have lost all sense of theatre. You've got to mark that away. Robertson applying the tackle. We don't put spoils on the highlight reel. We need big marks, not big 1%ers.
No, correct. But, he's doing the team thing.
Oh, no, I'm not copping that. No. You've got to be selfish. You want a little bit of me time?
You've got to be selfish to work around here. Going back.
I've completely lost it again.
Loftus again for handball.
Hands to Geddes, who tried to keep it in play and he can't. No, we don't put selfless team first mentality on a pedestal here.
No, not at all.
You've got to be selfish if you want to get anywhere in this competition.
In life. To be honest, nice guys finish last, Matty.
It's true. It'll be tossed in here at half forward for the Blacks.
Got the lights on here.
And there's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go the way of the Blacks. It'll be Stevenson. You're right, Hugo. The floodlights have gone on. Stevenson goes in towards the pocket, looking for Sinclair that time. Cleary kick out towards the back flank, and it's going to be cut out by Cassidy, I think, or a marker out on the full, regardless of Black's ball.
It's a good mark by Cassidy there, considering he was nearly heavily spoiled by his own teammate.
He's been good today as well, Cassidy. He sets this up towards full forward. Earhart with an authoritative punch towards the boundary line, and it has gone out of play.
All the Zabs have kicked a goal. They're in front by 2 points. That's exciting, that one.
And it's going to be a beauty. Stick around for VAFA Crunch Time afterwards. We'll unpack all of this.
We'll break everything down.
Then we'll get the coach of the winning team here, which you'd suspect is going to be Dale Bauer.
Oh, you would think so.
Free kick.
You're brave there with that one.
The Fields. Hand pass cut out there by Driscoll. Following up there was Ellis. Gives it to Earhard. And he goes with a sweeping kick along the wing. The race is on. And then Kaufman fell over, got the hand pass back to Lackman. He was caught, gives it back to Earhard, who kept on running. Kaufman again, up towards half forward, and McGrath has just marked, despite the attention of Henry Robertson. McGrath will line up for his first goal of the day. Instead, he's going to pass it. Oh, and it's a great spoil. They didn't give up on it. Jack Cassidy, outstanding, and goes with a barrel onto the chest of Broderick. There's your play of the day. Broderick over the top to Stevenson. He's pushed as he kicked it, and that's going to go out of bounds on the full. Well, that's outstanding defence there from the Blacks. They did not give it up.
No, not at all. That should have been an easy goal for Caulfield. And then and intercept.
Geddes forced the turnover, and now Driscoll goes in towards full forward over the head of Drummond. It's fallen down for Curnow. He'll waltz in. He'll put it through. And Hugh Curnow wraps things up for the Blacks in fine style.
And every player on the ground is going to Hugh Curnow down there.
That is going to put the seal on a tremendous win on the road.
Massive.
18-15, 123 to 11-9, 75. 29 and a half gone in the final term.
No, that just sums up the day for the Blacks with that desperate smother in the back pocket, move the ball up the ground, just playing to advantage, playing for each other, not caring who kicked the goal, but as long as it was a Uni Blacks goal.
Yep.
And they've come with a real team-first mentality. Everyone's played their role. None better than Kane Loftus in the middle of the ground there. Big Stixie Conway's been excellent. So it's been a real four-quarter performance.
And there probably would have been a temptation to go long bombs to Grocott.
Yep.
But they haven't really done that this last term. It doesn't matter who's kicked the goals, just as long as someone's kicking them. Allen out to McInerney, who goes with a kick to Will on the wing. Marks wants to come back inboard, finds Hutchings. He's happy to carry out a switch as well, but he's kicked it straight to Joel Ernest. It's a low, flat dart that hit the Blacks number 9 on the chest. And now they're happy just to chip it around Chalkley on the back flank. Up the line to Robertson. Down the line again. They've done this so well again today, the Blacks. Good ball use. Up towards full forward. It's come over the back. And Gibb is just happy to see that over the line for a rush behind, despite the appeals of the Blacks forwards that it should be deliberate. It's only awarded as a behind.
They put the ball to a danger spot really well today. A lot of their goals have come from doing that rather than trying to get an easy mark in the pocket or something. They've gone long and deep entries.
Well, the Fields have not stopped trying to take the game on, and Hutchings has got it now in the centre of the ground. They've gone from end to end in the blink of an eye. Clever there by Cooper, and then an easy goal coming up. Going with the outside of the boot and putting it through was Mackenzie, who kicks his first.
No, they've done well. They've moved the ball from one end of the ground to the other to advantage, playing for each other, and a nice little deft touch over the top there. And they've played the game right out, but they've just been soundly beaten today, especially after half-time.
It's a dangerous style of game style that to come up against if you're in opposition.
Yeah, it is.
Because they just constantly look to attack and look to take the game on score. And if you're not ready, they will catch you out.
No, but you've got to get the ball in your hands too. So that third quarter, we saw they barely touched it. It lived in the Blacks' first in front half. And they came off the back of a few turnovers as well. It is quite a dangerous game in terms of turnovers because if you fail to execute, you'll turn the ball over.
Conway grabbed it out of the ruck, kicks out towards half forward to Gray, goes with a hand pass inboard to Geddes out wide now to Sinclair, who spears one into the pocket. He was looking for Curnow that time, gathered now here by the Fields. Kick across the face of goal is dangerous. Good courage shown by Elwood, although it's won back by Ernest, who kicks it into the pocket, and taking the mark is Harry Broderick.
And it's official at full time. Zads have just won by 4 points over St Bernard's at the Snake Pit. So they got out of jail there, Matty.
Indeed they did. And there's the final siren here at Glen Huntly Park. The University Blacks will win. The only thing left to determine is the margin. Harry Broderick will have the last say of the match. They lead by 43 points when he kicks, and he's put it out to the left. He can't add to his one goal, Harry Broderick, but he can add a point to the final margin. A 44-point win on the road for the University Blacks, and they move clear of the bottom two, and they give their percentage a healthy shot in the arm to boot. 18-17, 125 to Caulfield Grammarians, 12-9, 81. A big win on the road for the Blacks.
Yeah, no, that was a great performance by the Blacks, Matty. They were dominant after half-time, and as I make my way to the field, I'll be finding Kane Loftus, who will be the Skins Player of the Day. So I'll be looking forward to talking to him, Matty.
No, that's going to be terrific there, Hugo. Kane Loftus was outstanding today. 2 goals, 3, and a stack of the football. We don't actually have the possession numbers on us, but I'm telling you, it was a lot. And we'll begin our post-match show thanks to the Clyde Hotel, the spiritual home pub of the Uni Blacks. The Clyde Hotel in Carlton has been serving the local community since the 1860s. Come and join us at the Clyde for your next meal or a function and add to the history of a Carlton institution. The Blacks led by 4 points at quarter time. They led by 9 at the half. It was a very even first half of football, but the third term was where the game broke open. 6 goals, 3 to 2 goals, 3. They led by 33 points at three-quarter time to the Blacks. And the final score, 18-17, 125 to 12-9, 81. They won every quarter, did the Blacks. The goal scorers, Matthew Grocott with 6, Tom Sinclair with 3, 2 each to Jack Drummond, Kane Loftus and Sebastian McNamara. Singles to Hugh Curnow, Harry Broderick and Achilles Panopoulos. For the Fields, 5 to Julian DeBoss, 3 for Archie Loughnan, 2 for Spencer Hankin, and then singles to Hugh McKenzie and Josh Hutchins. The Blacks by 44 points on the road. A wonderful victory for them. It sees them, at the very least, leapfrog Caulfield Grammarians. They may even climb further up the ladder and further away from the relegation zone as well. It'll all depend on what has happened around the grounds, which we will get to in our post-match show. And Hugo has got the Skins Player of the Match, Kane Loftus, and there was a bit of a mixed reception among the playing group there. Hugo, down to you.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. There was a few different votes there from the Blacks playing group, but I'm here with Kane Loftus, Skins Player. Oh, the players are coming over. This is going to get interesting. Player of the Day for Skins for the... Yeah, no nerves at all. Kane's brilliant performance today. I thought you were a four-quarter performer. A few of your teammates flitted in and out, but you were great today.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, sort of came in with the season on the line. Looking up instead of looking down was our focus, and yeah, it's good to score over 100 points for once. So yeah, good.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, obviously spoke during the week and leading up to this how important today's game was. Did that become a bit above the shoulders, or you just got out there just to play the game on its merits?
No, it definitely becomes a factor. We've sort of been real defensive all year and getting close to those top teams, but just to beat Caulfield and get some points on the board, really important.
Yeah, obviously your scoring's been a bit of an issue at stages this year. So for Grocott to get on the board with 6 big ones as well, so that was a great performance.
Yeah, his first half, we were getting after him for leading back at goal, and then he started hitting up and, yeah, just piled on some goals, which is really nice.
Nah, excellent. So you're going to cop plenty of stick from the boys today for this, but a great performance today, so congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for that, Hugo. And then to Kane Loftus as well. Congratulations to him, our Skins Player of the Match, the most coveted cap of the game. He'll be getting his photo taken, and we'll be popping that one up on the social. Skins, the pioneers of compression. He was outstanding today. Caleb May, 2 goals, 3. So we don't have the numbers, but he won a heap of the football. You can be sure of that. It's going to, at his disposal, Kane is going to, at the very least, have a 3 in front of it. You'd think, and he had some stiff competition to see off too. Matty Grocott kicked 6, and Harry Broderick as well in the middle was outstanding. And in the ruck, Sam Conway probably won close to about 100 hitouts. At the end of the day, there were a fair few stoppages and a lot of goals kicked in this match. 30 goals in total, if you don't mind. And we can see now the University Blacks are being applauded off the ground. The travelling support come out in droves here at Glen Huntly Park. Whether they were here for the races as well, doing a bit of double dipping, who knows for sure, but they won't mind. We'll have to see who that is being cheered off the ground as well. We see a big milestone the Blacks are celebrating today. Always good getting a win on the road and getting a win in a milestone result.
It was number 7, Matty.
That's Hugh Curnow. Of course, he did get a goal as well, and that's probably why everybody got to him at the end there, Hugo, because a goal for him in his milestone game, it's a great moment for him.
No, it was, and just be out there with the players as well. They're ecstatic, those players, and it's a well-deserved win. Takes a lot of pressure off for the boys as well, so it was very good.
Indeed, it was. The post-match for the Clyde Hotel, we can hear the Blacks, and their celebrations are pretty low-key, I think it's fair to say, in this one there, Hugo. They're reasonably content with themselves. What a great game of footy today it was, though, all things considered, particularly in that first half. Got a bit of everything today.
Yeah, I was going to say, they had everything. That was one of the fastest played games, especially in that opening quarter. Yeah. That was amazing. Look, they were taking everything on. The execution failed sometimes, but when it came off, the ball just slingshotted around everywhere. We saw plenty of high marks, great goals. It was an exciting... That was a finals feeling type game. And it was a mini final, Matty, for both teams. And unfortunately, Caulfield have come up on the wrong side of that. And a few other results probably haven't gone their way either.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look at the Around the Grounds for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management. But we sort of said at the top, today was going to tell us whether Caulfield are in the finals race or in the relegation race. They're in the relegation race.
They certainly are now. And that result today has hurt their percentage even more. So it's one of those things that once we break down that ladder...
Yeah, so for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management, there's some really interesting results. Obviously, we've had a real close eye on the Snake Pit, and we know that Old Zav's just got over the line there against St Bernard's. But what else can we take away from round 13?
Well, a big one was Old Scotch. They've had a massive win. So 13-9-87 over St Kevin's 8-12-60. Albeit a depleted St Kevin's. I've got a feeling there's a bit of Tullamarine going on there, the flu. But you've only got what you've got, and that's massive in the context. They beat Brighton last week. They beat St Kevin's this week. Scotch are really putting their hand up. But has the damage been too much for them to get into the finals this year? They're definitely in contention. But it's what they can do over the next couple of weeks. So that's 2 out of the ones they needed. And I think we said they needed to win 4 out of 5. Well, they won 2 of them.
What happened at Daly Oval and Miles Playing Fields, because that was an important match as well in terms of both the finals and the relegation race, Old Trinity and Old Brighton.
Yes. So Old Brighton have just got up with a couple of late goals. So 9-13-67 defeated Old Trinity 7-14-56. So it was level pegging at some stages there, but that was a really big win for Brighton to bounce back, especially after last week losing so convincingly to Old Scotch.
2-7 to 4 behinds in the final term.
My goodness.
So it was a very tense final term. But Brighton trailing at quarter time, half time and 3/4 time, but getting the win in the end. So that's significant for them and for Old Trinity, because if Old Brighton drop that, then all of a sudden there's only a game between them and Old Scotch, and we wonder if it can happen again. But they just maintain the 2-game buffer still for the time being, with Soldiers to come back as well.
Yes, that's the big one there. They really needed to win this one. That's first, because they've got a very hard run in the next few weeks. So that was important to win and bounce back, because I believe next week they start to get a few players back. So,
I think it's from next week, And conversely for the Tees.
Yes, that's it.
It's one that got away.
Absolutely. They've had a few of those this year as well.
Yeah.
They got off that really good start, got those 4 wins, and they haven't registered a win since. So that's one that... They'll rue, and it may hurt moving forward, because they're not in a good position ladder-wise now.
And we've had some close ones, but at University Oval, that wasn't close.
No, it certainly was not. And James Stewart's kicked 11. 11 for the day. And
what does that take him up to now for the year, I wonder, with Tumwatch? That's 20 goals in 2 games. 9 and
he's kicked 57 now.
57.
57 goals.
Well, a couple more 11s and some finals.
If he kicks 10 a week now, that's 50 goals. Yeah. So, but that's massive. And Old Haileybury hadn't registered a score at half time, so that's disappointing. So that affects relegation watch as well.
Well, let's have a look at the ladder then, thanks to Author Sport Victoria, a team of 13 skilled Melbourne. Actually, no. Before we do that, we've got to look at Prem B. Have to have a look at Prem B and the fixtures, the scores here, because there are some interesting ones in this too. So we'll start at Gordon Barnard Reserve. Old Camberwell getting the win over Old Carey. So Old Camberwell just maintained their spot inside the top 4 for the time being. They won 12-4, 76 to 8-13, 61, Hugo. 16 scores to 21, and they managed to win by 15 points. That's a big result for the Wellers.
That is huge.
De La Salle, speaking of, well, talk about goal kicking here. De La Salle, they managed to defeat Old Ivanhoe by 8 points in the end. Huge for both of them. Old Ivanhoe trying to get out of the relegation zone. De La in the top 4.
Well, Old Ivanhoe beat them last time.
They did earlier in the season. They did. De La, 10 goals, 20. 80.
You've got to be kidding me.
Old Ivanhoe, 10-12, 72. So they won quite literally by 8 points. The massive upset. This is a stunning one. Williamstown CYMS defeating Ajax by 23 points. That was second against last.
Yes, well, you did tip that, Matty. I do remember that. I don't remember what happened yesterday, but I do remember you tipping that on Tuesday. But that's huge. And look, they needed that one, Williamstown, didn't they?
Yeah.
They've been struggling. There would have been a lot of above the shoulder, so that's a massisk win. Con will be in raptures with that.
Oh, yes.
You'll look forward to having a chat to him.
No, that's going to be an hour and 15 minutes, that chat. 14-15, 99 to 11-10, 76. Mahi Patel, who we saw play in the Big V game.
Superstar.
He kicked 5
there you go.
for the CY, so it's a big result there. Speaking of big results...
He'll be getting looked at by VFL clubs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We watch this space.
No, he's had a remarkable season as Mahi Patel.
He's a young lad too.
Speaking of remarkable campaigns, though, Trevor Barker Beach Oval, the game is still in progress, but the result was long decided. Collegians lead by 90 points over Beaumaris. 17-14, 116 to 38-26. And the other match that is still in progress at the moment, it's looking a bit dicey for Old Melburnians. 6.5 gone in the final term. Old Geelong lead 12-9-81 to 8-6-54. And their remarkable turnaround in form, the OGs, continues.
Yep.
Bottom of the ladder, I reckon, about a month and a half ago. But off the back of this, they're going to climb within a game of the top 4.
There you go. So that's how tight that competition is, Matty. So it's... you don't want to trip at the wrong point in that competition, do you? Because it'll cost you spots on the ladder, which could be season ending.
A bad fortnight is, could change the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's around the grounds for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management, managing your body corporate with clear communication, cost savings and genuine care. The ladder, though, thanks to Ortho Sport Victoria team of 13 skilled Melbourne orthopaedic surgeons specialising in treating musculoskeletal conditions and injuries. In terms of Premier Men's, we've got that updated. We've got now a two-way tie at the top. We have a new ladder leader. University Blues have overtaken Olds Variants on percentage.
Yeah, well, that'll be a massive percentage boost, that victory today. So,
indeed.
Getting interesting at the top.
148 to 142, the percent. Both teams with an 11-2 record. St Kevin's remain in third spot, but Old Brighton's victory means that there's only a game difference between St Kevin's and the Tunners now. 2 games behind Old Brighton remain Old Scotch, who picked up that big win against St Kevin's.
But geez, Brighton needed that win today.
Yeah, so that's a huge win. Yeah,
that is still 2 games that they keep over the top of Scotch, so that was very much needed.
University Blacks move up to 6th spot as a consequence of today's win, and their percentage has climbed by 5. They've gone from 89 to 94%. They still remain 3 games away from from Old Brighton in 4th. So today's result narrows the finals race down to 5 now, realistically. Can't see the Blacks making up 3 games difference with 5 to play. They've overtaken Caulfield now. Their percentage has taken a hit. It's dropped from 83 to 81. Maybe not as big as what you might have thought, but their percentage has suffered a little bit. Old Haileybury's percentage has suffered a lot. It's fallen to 77. And they now are level with Old Trinity on 4 wins each, but just 2% separate those 2 teams. And I mean, it's hard on St Bernard's now because that's a couple of narrow defeats now. Old Scotch a little while ago, a few weeks ago, and now Old Zavs and a couple of quality sides too. Yeah. That if it just had gone the other way, they would probably be, they'd be certainly at least level on points with the Bloods and the T's, as it is they're 2 games behind.
Something funny about St Bernard's, they've actually picked up nearly 2 percentage points today, even though they've lost. So
Yeah.
they've gone from 68.49 to 70.21. So.
And then Premier
Amazing.
B, Collegians still out in front. Their percentages climbed to 193. They're just all conquering at the moment. We've got 3 teams tied on 7 wins at the moment as things stand. Ajax, De La Salle and Old Camberwell. In fact, I think that needs to be updated. De La Salle would move to second off the back of today's win.
That was big. That was a big win
Huge
today.
win for them to hold on. Ajax and Old Camberwell are level on points, 7 wins apiece. 1 game behind them currently remain Old Melburnians. You'd suspect it will stay that way. They're a fair way off it in the last term. They were trailing by 27 points 7 minutes into the final term. Half a game behind them remain Beau Morris, but their percentage is going to take a massive hit, which is a bit of a shame because their percentage was one of the strongest in the competition. It won't be anymore. Old Carey, half a game behind them. They are level on points. In fact, they won't be level on points with Old Geelong if the OGs hold on for a win. Old Geelong will leap up to 6th if they can hold on. And then a game and a half behind Old Carey in 7th at the moment are Old Ivanhoe. There's been a change in the bottom 2. Williamstown CYMS have leapfrogged Old Ivanhoe. They are now 9th, the CYs. They're a whole game behind Old Carey, so a game away from safety. Old Ivanhoe are a game and a half away from clearing the relegation zone. So there's half games going on left, right and centre. No draws in Prem B, but we're still no closer to knowing what's going to happen with another round of fixtures in the books.
Still an amazingly close competition, that one, so that's a really good one to watch. So it's exciting, Matty.
It is indeed. It's been a terrific day of football. Just a couple of final categories we've got to get through.
Yes.
The mark of the day, thanks to Partners Wealth Group.
Ethan Lackman was very, very good, and Archie Lufton was excellent.
Yes, there's a couple of beautiful one-handed marks today. I think the boss took one, and certainly Lofton took one. It was a good fly from Lackman here on the wing in the second half, I think that was. One of Australia's leading providers of financial planning and wealth services for individuals, families, business owners and professionals. Contact UniBlack's president, Patrick Barry, to learn what Partners Wealth can do for you. And the goal of the day for Cromwell Owners Corporation Management.
None other than Harry Broderick. That's snapped. That was an amazing goal, that one. Got us up and about. It was sort of indicative of how the game was going. It was just frenetic. It was just instinctual.
No, it was an absolutely ripping goal indeed. Managing your body corporate with clear communication, cost savings and genuine care. I'm just having a quick look at some of the fixtures next week, Hugo, and you think this round was big. Next weekend is going to be absolutely enormous for everyone. I mean, everybody. I'll start with
every game.
I'll start with the one that's closest to being a dead rubber, and it's not. St Kevin's and University Blacks.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's off the back of that performance today.
Yeah.
And they'll take a lot of momentum out of this game. There's a great format, good spread of goal kickers, and St Kevin's a bit wounded and probably depleted. And that will be at TH King, but that'll actually play into Blacks' hands because TH King won't be in as bad as condition as Uni Main Oval, and they played this ground really well. So, as I just noticed, Joel Ernest is doing laps of the oval. What's going on there? He's just played a game of footy and he's cutting laps of the oval. That's amazing. But yeah, that's a. Have we got that one next week?
I don't know.
Okay. If the
Buttons, have we? Where are we next week, Buttons? Don't know. Okay, no, it's all right. Look, we're going to win regardless.
Yes, every game is exciting.
Then we get to the real juicy fixtures. Old Zabs, Old Brighton.
Yeah, that's very interesting after today. That's very important for Old Brighton, that one. That is huge.
Old Haileybury and St Bernards.
Yes, in the terms of the relegation race.
Yes.
St Bernards get that one. They get another one, And we've got Zabs and Brighton
next week. Oh, that's going to be a beauty.
That's electric.
That's going to be on for young and old.
Toorak Park too. The
commentary box.
The palatial commentary box. That's excellent.
No, that's going to be huge. I mean, if Old Haileybury do beat St Bernards, the die is probably cast for the Snow Dogs. But if the Snow Dogs do get up, well, that changes everything.
Especially off the back of that performance today.
Yeah.
And they've still got games to play out there at the Snake Pit. They're very hard to play there. Zabs will testify to that. That's exciting.
And then we talk about the relegation battle and how the Caulfield Grammarians have been drawn into it. Well, they've got to travel to play Old Trinity next week.
Yeah, I know. That's a... Geez, Caulfield will bounce back hard too from that. You think if they bring that frenetic brand of football, and we've got the two sides who played in the grand final again, so that's exciting.
And then University Blues and Old Scotch.
That is. I'll tell you what.
We are spoilt next week.
Yeah,
we are spoilt for matchups.
You just look at that. You look at that matchup tomorrow, next week, and you just think Scotch have got everything to play for, but nothing to lose. So they're well clear of the relegation race. You know, if they don't make finals, that's okay. But every week's a final for them. That is huge. Well, Mark Nutt will be licking his lips at that contest. He's a guy who takes the game on at every possible opportunity as a coach, and that's exciting.
Well, I said to you in the lead up to the game we did, Old Brighton, Old Scotch last week. I said it's a big fortnight coming up for Old Scotch. Because we said they've got to play Uni Blues later, and they've got to play some of these teams. But if they are good enough to be a finals contender, they'll find a way to win these games.
Absolutely.
And if they deserve to be in the conversation for making finals, they'll find a way to win these. Now they've earned that right to be a genuine finals contender over the last couple of games. And they've earned the right to be a real contender in this game against the Blues next week. It's going to be a beauty.
Oh, they certainly have. And then the Blues, can they sustain this prolonged run of victories they've had? And let's face it, they had a pretty soft win today. They'll need to be right on their game next week.
Who goes to Stewart?
That's a very, very good point. You wouldn't waste Charlie Cormack on him. I don't. Yeah, he's such a hard man to match up with because they're not a very tall back line.
No,
Scotch. You'd probably have to put your biggest, strongest on him. That'll be a very interesting one. I'm sure Mark Nat's got a plan for that. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Something funny. You could probably keep Stewart to... But you've got Grimley down there as well.
Yeah, if he doesn't get you.
He's a monster of a man.
It's Townsend, as well as a third.
He kicked five the other week. And Townsend's a deceptive player because he's only about 6'1", but he plays tall as well. Plays tall, plays small. It's exciting. Geez, it's a good run we've got in the VAFA.
Oh, it's such an exciting race to September. Just with the around the grounds, there's just one match in Premier B still going. Old Melburnians and Old Geelong. The OMs had trimmed the lead back to 9 points at one stage, but Harry Graham has just got a goal and the margin's back out now to 15 points in favour of the OG 17 minutes into the last term. I've got good news for you, Hugo. We've been given licence to leave early.
Have we?
We have.
3 minutes. Great.
So we don't have to stick around for full time of that match. It's Old Geelong leading by 15 points at the moment, approaching time on in the final term. They would move to within a game of the top four if they can hold on in that one. Hugo, it's been an absolute pleasure having you along. It was a great afternoon of football. I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. It was a ripper. We saw a very exciting game with lots of goals. We had a lot of fun, as we always do, but geez, it's a great run we've got in the next 5 weeks coming into finals. We're really going to enjoy this one. If today's the standard, and that's been set, geez, it's going to be a great run. Yeah. And how good's VAFA footy at the moment?
Oh, it's terrific. And this is the payoff for the winter months. So we get to the final 5 weeks.
We've had some stinkers too, haven't we?
and it is all to play for. It's impossible to know where to look next week. There's going to be premium fixtures left, right, and centre. And of course, we've got to give kudos as well to Buttons Bruce for
averted near disaster.
working overtime to get us on air. It all sounded great at 1:45, but it was frantic. It was in threat. It was under threat at that point. For all the work that you do in the lead up to and during the broadcast, Bruce, thank you. And of course, a special thank you to everyone who's tuned in right throughout the course of the afternoon on VAFA.com.au and the SEN app. We always enjoy your company. Big win for the Blacks. They move clear of the relegation zone with a 44-point win over Caulfield Grammarians. We look forward to having you join us again on VAFA's Match of the Day next week at 1:45 p.m. Saturday afternoon. But until then, take care.
This has been the SEN Match of the Day. Thanks to William Buck. Join us again next week on the SEN app, sen.com.au and vafa.com.au.